Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly
drunk. Never mandatory, but always encouraged. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I'm here as always with my co-host, brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast. And just want to say shout out to all of y'all. This episode is brought to you by the Drunk Banthas, sponsored by Drunk Banthas. And also, if you're watching at Nerds at Night, or if you're watching on the Twitter for 9 Nerd Yards, or if you're watching from Drunk Banthas channel, shout out to you. We appreciate you. And thank you for hanging out with us. Alex, give us a little rundown.
Oh, man, I am so excited about tonight's show. We have a great...
Just try to talk for 30 seconds without cussing.
Get that 30 seconds run out, because you know I'm
trickier and trickier every week.
It's harder than it looks.
1 minute and 22 seconds, though, is pretty fucking good.
Pretty good.
You see that? That was the first F-bomb. Welcome.
I was pretty fucking impressed.
Right.
We have a great show for you guys tonight. Unless you don't like the show, then it's going to be the same as usual.
Give us some more time.
Shit.
If you don't like the show, give us some time.
This one's going to be the one you like.
Give us some time. I promise. We're only talking about 2 things today.
We
except for the things that I'm going to talk about.
Exactly.
Other than those 2 things.
Right, because we of course we're talking about True Detective Night Country. We're talking about the 96th Annual Academy Awards nominees, and as always we're talking about that third thing, we talking shit. But before we talk about what we're talking about, let's introduce our panel, which is very light tonight.
I was gonna say,
but that's not a melanin joke. That's just our boy Jeff. Dead Travis, what's going on?
Not much. I am not going to be much help on the Oscar stuff. I think I saw a grand total of 2 of them. But
which 2 are those?
Barbenheimer.
Yeah, you did the Barbenheimer.
Oh, wait, no. Across the Spider-Verse 2. Yes.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
There you go, man. You are
so good.
in here. You're in there like swimwear, dog. Let me tell you. You don't have to worry about a ting. But before we move on, I just want to say shout out to Rachel V, shout out to Morgan Haley, shout out to everybody in the chat, but also shout out to them too, specifically just because they are our members, or one of our 2 of our what do you call it, OGs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. OGs,
Drunk Banthas.
Yeah,
they Drunk Banthas. And so you too can subscribe. I mean, join to the go over and join. It's 99 cents a month. It's not expensive. If you can't afford that, then that's okay. Don't worry about it. We're here every Monday at 8 p.m. But if you do have the membership, I will be going live with the Banthas Bunch on the members only every Tuesday at 8 p.m. You don't have to get it confused with the times, because we do it at the same time we do this. So yeah, come on over there and join us. We're going to be talking about different documentaries, and I'm going to be talking about this one cat in Alabama he's a religious leader who has bought up most of Warrior, Alabama. And he started a cult and owns banks and shit over there.
It's so fun.
It has become pretty crazy,
doing positive stuff with his money. Yeah,
exactly.
Like
but
changing lives.
Y'all come on over there and join us. We got a top tier show prepared for you on Tuesday. So
guys.
What else? Go get these shirts.
Documentary fan, so.
Yeah, man, I'm talking about all the crazy ones. I'm not trying to give a lot away, but I just gave you a little tidbit. That's not a documentary.
That's what we call a teaser.
But that can tell you what kind of documentaries we
All right. So there is not a documentary on this one yet. But do y'all remember the movie 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yes.
I do.
You remember the dickhead kid who
excuse me,
Julia Stiles hates, and turns out she banged him once or whatever.
Yeah.
He formed a cult.
What? Really?
And it was so ineffectual, it's already disbanded.
Damn. I gotta look into that. That's one of those character actors that was just always in shit, especially when he was young.
Well,
Andrew Keegan, thank you.
Sneak peek.
Andrew Keegan.
Sneak peek. We will be talking about Twin Flames on the.
Oh man!
So yeah,
Oh, shit.
come over and check that out. But yeah, Alex, where do they get the merch at?
Oh, you can find that in the community, or not in the community tab, in the store tab on our YouTube channel.
That's
And
right.
you can also find the link to the shop in the video description here. And before we move on to talk about the Academy Awards, we got to talk about our favorite award show of the year. That's right. It's the second annual Drunkies. They're right around the corner, February 10th. Every year, starting last year, we put on an award show to celebrate the best genre films and TV shows of the year. And the winners are decided by you. Just go to the community tab on the Drunk Banthas YouTube channel to cast your vote for the best sci-fi, fantasy, and horror movies and TV shows of 2023. But now with all that shoe leather out of the way, let's talk about what we're talking about.
Yeah, now that we paid the bills, let's do it.
Let's talk about the Oscars, the
First of all,
96th annual Oscars.
Yeah, that's right. The Academy Awards will be taking place in a few weeks, so in about a month or so, a little bit more than a month. What was that? No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, it's going to be a friggin' amazing time. What are some of the categories that we have for the Drunkies? Hold on. First of all, Alex, let me explain why we came up with the Drunkies. We feel like
They were drunk.
Yeah, that was
that's the first one. That was going to be the last one, but I'm making the first one now since you spoiled it. That was the last one. But the first reason we did it was because we feel like there's a lot of categories that could exist that don't get and so therefore a lot of movies don't get represented at Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
We should have, people we get set designers and shit that get stuff, right? But how come a lot of comedies don't get nominated?
Yeah.
And then, it's weird this year because there's a couple of comedies that got nominated this year, which is unprecedented.
Right.
Am I right?
No, it's weird. Like,
not
it's
unprecedented, but like every 20 years we get a comedy.
Yeah, every once in a while, My Cousin Vinny will get in there.
Man, I was gonna you stole my cousin Vinny.
But no,
I should have pounced on that early.
It is
Which
funny.
is also interesting considering way back in the day, in like the time of ancient Greece, there were two types of plays. It was literally just comedy and dramas. So, I mean, like, it's such an integral part of entertainment, and they've been just snubbed continuously.
Yeah, I don't know why. And it's one of the reasons why I like, the Golden Globe so much, at least in the sense that they actually have a best comedy. I don't know why they can like combine it with musicals. It's like the best comedy and musical.
Right.
Like, all right, that's fucking weird. But but I do like that they at least acknowledge comedy in their own category.
Musicals shouldn't win Oscars.
But I mean, I'm in the same camp where it's
Grammys.
Like, I'm good with that. Tonys. Nice. How about Tonys and Emmys?
Tonys would be real good.
Yeah.
How about a Tony? Because why can't a Tony have a musical that wins that's a movie? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that would be
interesting. To me, that's like where
best cinematic musical.
Well, because think about this. Think about how many musicals aren't getting the love that they should get.
Yeah.
Because you're going up against a fucking juggernaut.
Right. Even nowadays, like we've seen it with 3 movies this year: Mean Girls, Color Purple, and Wonka, where the advertising is clearly trying to deflect the fact that it's a musical. Like they don't want you to know it's a musical until you show up in the theater. Which that's
Color Purple. I didn't see
choice.
one clip or trailer of the Color Purple that they had them singing.
No.
Yeah,
which is funny because
that
they play the songs throughout the trailers anyway.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
yes.
What are you doing?
Which is why it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Which tells you that those songs do not slap. They do not slap.
The Color Purple is a very famous musical. Like that's one of those ones where it's like if they tried making a Cats trailer with no songs in it. Like
so yeah. Producer 9 put it on the board today. Let's see here. Oh yeah, these are the nominees, the Drunkies, best animated TV series, best horror movie.
I got thoughts.
We combined, by the way, this is like the Golden Globes. It's combined television and movies. You can go vote for these right now. I don't know if 9 can do a vote and see where some of these are to give a can you vote on this one, or have you already voted? I don't think you voted yet. But if he votes on one,
he's choosing They Clone Tyrone.
So look, you can see where if you like that They Clone Tyrone over all the rest of these, you need to go vote right now so that you can make sure that you get your guy in there.
No one gives a shit about the killer, huh?
Yeah,
nobody gives a shit. I think I voted for the killer so he'd have a vote. No, I'm joking. I didn't vote for the killer. I did not vote for killer at all.
I might have voted for the killer. I can't even remember.
You didn't even vote for it. God damn. Yeah, getting no love. But yeah, go on there if you see something on here that you feel like, man, that should have got it.
Yeah, it's TSA rules. If you see something, say something.
Say something. TSA stands for testicular question. Oh, that's not those.
I don't think
aren't
those are the letters.
Oh, those aren't the letters
for that.
I thought, is it Greek? Greek letters?
Yeah. It's like
testicles.
Talfa Sappa Kappa.
Yeah.
Testicles, the god of all that is man.
Testicles and his brother Baltiloquus.
If you haven't guessed from our conversation, we're talking about the Oscars.
Film Age pointed out the Guardians of the Galaxy is winning. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, then go get your vote heard.
Yeah, exactly. Go get your vote heard. This is not like, politics. Ain't no college.
Yeah, there's no electoral college for this.
Ain't nobody go to college for this. Just go on there and like it and vote. It's so easy. A caveman could do it. And I'm giving a big prediction right now.
Making that into a show.
There's a big prediction right now. There will be a huge If a Caveman Could Do It Geico commercial.
Oh, yeah.
They've been leading up to it. I've been saying it for like 2 months. They leading up to it heavy. Just prepare for that. We will be doing a
think that's going to be Super Bowl?
Post Super Bowl show.
I feel like it's going to be.
Yeah, we'll be doing a post Super Bowl show, and we'll be doing a media day show here on Monday and Tuesday. Media show for the Super Bowl. Not that anybody cares about the Super Bowl. It's just a reason for us to get drunk and eat some hot wings on television.
Who doesn't love to drink and eat and be merry?
I've got a wing sauce recipe for you guys.
See, look, that's the guy code. We know what we're talking about.
Oh, shit. Producer T.
A caveman can do it.
What did I miss? Are we talking shit on the Academy Awards?
Oh,
yes.
We have just started.
We literally haven't made it to the Academy Awards yet because we're just getting everybody ready for the
because we're
drunkies.
Talking shit.
Because the drunkies is about to happen on February the 10th. We will be going live. But if you happen to miss it, we will repost it and you'll be able to catch it. It'll probably be funnier but I will be hosting. So if you think that I'm not funny, give me a chance, man. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. But if you know what time it is, we're gonna have a motherfucking amazing time.
Take a chance.
Alex,
oh, yeah,
what were some of the nominees for Best Actress?
Yeah, well,
I want to get. Well, let's go Best Actor first.
All right, Best Actor first. Yeah, like actor in a
that's
leading
the one
role.
You had up above it.
Just
because Alex hates women.
Just to say shout outs to Zazie Beetz and Baby Quaid because they apparently did the announcements for the Oscars this year. I like to call Jack Quaid Baby Quaid because he's just a little baby.
He's a little baby.
He's just a well guy.
He's just a well guy.
Shout out to Randy.
I know he's probably like our age or older, but
yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, he's probably like 30,
he's 38 years old, and we're still calling him.
He's 30. Yeah, I was like he's older than me. I was like, no, look at bro, nah.
But
31 baby. He is a baby.
Actor in a leading role. The nominees are Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. These are it's a pretty stacked category. Do you guys have any predictions for who's going to win, or like who's your personal favorite is?
Well, hold on. Terry was showing his pins off.
No, because someone said they wanted to see the hat, so I was just like,
I was just wanting to point out that is a dope hat, and also big booty cheek pins for the Oscars would be the big booty Oscar, booty cheek Oscar.
Big booty Oscar.
I should like the statue.
Oh my god, I should do
statue.
Like a Barbie like Oscar themed.
That'd be
my god,
that'd be crazy. That's not that one can't have a big booty. I don't think that one can have a big booty because people
Now-
might not know it's Barbie. They might think it's somebody else.
Now I just want an Oscar award, but if you like turn it around, it's just a fat
Just a
ass.
giant ass.
It's like the fattest.
I'm glad
ass
that
ever.
somehow segued into my nominees for Best Actor. Bradley Cooper got that donk. No, I'm joking. No, but
yeah, who's the
Bradley,
most fuckable on this list, really?
I haven't seen but
Bradley
a couple
Cooper.
of these
Paul
movies.
Giamatti.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti is got that donk.
Paul Giamatti got them DSLs.
Whoa.
He's the only one that,
You
like,
just-
the next morning I probably wouldn't be mad at because you know that nigga gonna cook for you like some breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
You think-
want some pancakes?
Because he just seems like a tryhard.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we can do. I don't know if we can do polls yet, but please, let's get a poll going. Who in the Best Actor category has the best cheeks? Go ahead, put it in.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. Put it in the live chat. Who got the best yeeks in the best actor category? And I haven't seen a lot of these, but I'm just gonna go with Jeffrey Wright because he's a better actor than everybody in the category. So
Fair enough.
I'm glad that movie got an Oscar. I'm surprised it got an Oscar nom like that. Like I didn't think it was gonna get shit, but
I feel
Me
like
too.
the only reason it got it is because the lead is Jeffrey Wright. This lead could have been Tim Meadows, who's also in the movie,
Mhm.
but it was a Jeffrey. It's a Jeffrey Wright film if you want to get it Oscar or a Michael K. Williams, but he's no longer with us. Rest
Yeah.
in peace.
R.I.P.
Or
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors, but he's no longer with us. Rest in peace.
And to your point, this is the first leading role for Jeffrey Wright. Like he's been a character actor for a really long time, a lot like Paul Giamatti and
Tiger-
Coleman Domingo.
He was
honestly.
People's Tiger
He's
Woo.
been-
Tiger Woo.
He's been,
Tiger Woo.
I like him.
he's been stepping up though. I mean, he's been getting like you could tell by his more recent roles that like they were more and more like it's about time. I think he's supposed to be a leading man now. You know?
Yeah, I
Alex,
think like Westworld for sure. People were just like, "Oh wait, why is this guy?"
Should've
not
been some
the lead
Emmys. He
of
didn't get no
all the
Emmys?
Movies.
Mhm.
I
For
don't
that-
know. I don't think
Doesn't
think so.
matter.
I
This is
don't
the
think so.
Oscars. Alex, who do you think should win Best Actor?
I
Or do you feel anybody's missing?
I don't feel like anybody's missing. Honestly, like I think this is a tight group. Although I haven't seen Maestro, I haven't seen Rustin, but I love Bradley Cooper and Coleman Domingo, so I'm pretty confident they put out some great performances. I feel like personally, Cillian Murphy is who I think is going to win, and he's my personal favorite performance of all those. I love Paul Giamatti and Jeffrey Wright's performances, but I've seen them both put out better performances.
That's not what it's about. You seen Denzel do better performances than Training Day, but
Yeah, I'm just saying, like their
But he
performances
won,
weren't
though.
as good as.
I mean,
I'm just saying. But that's the one he won for, though. So that I'm just saying that doesn't
Leo did
equate to
so many better
winning.
performances than Revenant.
Right?
Yeah,
and
that
with-
was what he won for.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's gonna win also because remember we watched this video a couple of years about maybe like 4 years ago now actually about how they vote on the Oscars
Mhm.
and the numbers sometimes cancel other ones out because
Yeah.
the way they vote it isn't like this one we got the it's not like our system.
They
it's
don't
not
want
whoever
someone
has the
getting
most
a
votes
clean
win,
sweep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not they vote and then they do percentages based on the votes of all the categories.
That's a
after the
really
fact. So it's
fun
a-
way to be stupid.
yeah. It's
It
overly
actually is the
complicated.
most fun way because they get really drunk at the Oscars.
It's making all kinds of bad decisions.
But yeah, Jeff, who do you have for best actor? I know you didn't see
I
any of
mean,
his, but that's
yeah.
me either, really. But you can
Same. Well, I think it's gonna be Cillian no matter what. And it's going to be
I mean,
And
it's
it's-
baby Quaid obviously has the fatter.
obviously. No, it's gonna be Murphy just because I mean like Oppenheimer's one of those movies who even if you didn't like it, you're talking about how amazing it was because like it just got so much fanfare.
Right.
It's one of those ones where they're gonna give it to him regardless of whether or not they think he should have it.
Well, That's called having the complexion for the correction. By the way, anybody putting anyone putting comments talking about who they think is going to win Best Actor, I really can't tell or Best Actor in a leading role. I don't know what you're talking about, or like, are you saying the cheeks, or are you voting on Best? Because it says, I hope Filmade says, I hope Paul Giamatti wins, but Murphy will probably.
I think that's a
take
real
it.
one.
You think that's a real one? You don't think that's about the cheeks?
I think Film Age is doing a flat as. I think that's a flat ass, reception.
Right.
Not a fat ass reception. You know?
I'm going. Bradley Cooper has the best yeeks in the crowd.
Yeah.
Not gonna win an Oscar. We didn't even mention that. Did anybody here see Maestro?
I haven't seen Maestro.
I
think it's Maestro.
One of these films.
No,
I've only seen Oppenheimer.
Okay. Well, we needed Blake on this one.
And I'm excited to see.
Learned to be a maestro for that movie.
Yeah, he spent 6 years preparing for this role, and no one's seen it.
Years, God.
I've heard that this is like him trying really, really hard to win an Oscar.
Yeah. 6 years hard.
Like
imagine if your dick was hard for 6 years.
I thought he got one for 18.
Say what?
I thought he got one for 18.
No, that was an MTV Movie Award
for that other movie that he did with what's her name?
Hangover.
Silver
Lining Playbook.
Lady Gaga. I said
he got nominated for, but
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I call her Yaga.
Yeah,
Y'all can call her Gaga. Her mama named her Yaga. I'm gonna call her.
Baba Gaga.
But yeah, Terry, did you say that like whether you've seen any of these films or like who you're running for?
I forever have Issa Rae. It was Issa Rae who said this, right? But I'm rooting for Everybody Black.
That's right, baby.
Fair enough.
Which is basically the opposite.
Like, she's doing an interview like, who are you rooting for? And she goes, Everybody Black. And I was like, yeah, that's a good answer.
I'm gonna always bet on Black.
Good answer.
I'm gonna always bet on Black.
But moving along to
my honest opinion of who would win, given just like reading the background of the film, what they've been through, what they were doing, I say they're probably gonna give it to Murphy.
Yeah, I feel like this is his year, honestly.
Get the fuck
or that's
out
just
of
like his.
I
like
feel like
movie
Jeffrey
is
Wright
the
just
biggest.
got a nom just to be
what
like.
Do you think about?
I can be like, look, you got a nom for this random ass black movie that hardly nobody saw.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I just.
Nine said in the chat, I just watched The Holdovers and Paul Giamatti was great. I hope he wins, but Cillian Murphy has kind of has it in the bag. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Cillian or Cillian?
I think it's
Cillian.
Is it Cillian?
I think it's White Boy.
I think it's
White Boy Murphy.
You pronounce it. You pronounce it. Weitzman.
Yeah, I thought Paul Giamatti was great too. He was like really, really funny in The Holdovers, and I love Jeffrey Wright, and I loved him in this. I was just more surprised that he got.
Hold on. Who is this nigga with his face down? That's why he's not gonna win.
So yeah, this guy actually isn't nominated. He's actually not nominated.
He's not.
He was.
Well, that's why he's not winning. Look at
Professor
that guy.
Moriarty.
Look at his face, nigga.
That's a
He got his head down.
He knows
not giving a fuck about nothing.
He's looking down because All of Us Strangers got snubbed in the Oscars.
Yeah, he knows.
Everybody has a face about the Oscars. It's like, look at Paul.
That is a face of a loser. Did anybody see
Paul's
his
like,
movie?
I did not.
Y'all
See
niggas just nominated me, so y'all don't feel bad because I've been in this industry for far too fucking long.
Paul
Look, Jeffrey Wright's face is y'all nominated me because I'm a black man and y'all need to
right. Cillian looks like I won this shit.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm winning. Yeah.
But to be fair, that's the only face Cillian Murphy makes.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
No one here has seen Cillian Murphy smile.
That is not happening. Paul Giamatti looks like that picture where it's your high school yearbook and you don't want to listen to the photographer, but you just do.
Right. Like, okay, I guess this is the picture we're taking. The photographer says because he just wants to go smoke weed.
Exactly.
But actor in a supporting role, the next category.
Actress. Do actress.
You want to do actress? Okay.
Leading
actress
actress.
in a leading role. Nominees: Annette Bening for Naiad, Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan for Maestro, and Emma Stone for Poor Things.
Anatomy of the Fall. Anatomy. Oh,
are you okay?
I love Rage Against
Start
the
thinking
Machine.
about that. Yeah,
It's
that
fun
whole
watching
drowning
Bill have a
pool.
stroke on camera.
Look, that's not funny because if I do have one, I know everybody. If I ever have a stroke, I've already come to the conclusion that everybody's gonna think I'm joking. And just so you know, I will never joke that I'm having a stroke, just in case anybody.
All you gotta do is tell me you smell toast. As soon as you say I smell toast,
well, I can't say.
I know you're not joking.
You know, most likely I won't be able to say anything. Like that happened to Aubrey Plaza for real.
Just try to get out the
Everybody
word
thought she was joking.
toast.
They thought she was
toast.
Yeah,
Aubrey Plaza had a stroke.
Yeah, man.
I do remember hearing about that.
Yeah, she had a stroke, and everybody thought she was joking. So everybody was laughing because she does shit like that.
Has anybody seen any of these movies?
Not a single one.
Not a single
Film
one.
Age
Terry?
says
no.
Lily-
I was at a showing premiere of Killing Flowers and Moon.
Oh, but you weren't allowed to go inside and watch it.
I may have seen her, but yeah, I didn't see the movie.
I'm gonna be
I've been
honest,
there, my friend.
But I'm rooting for her, because I said everybody black, and she's close enough.
You know, I will
Lily
say,
Gladstone,
Lily Gladstone's first Native American actress to ever be nominated for an Oscar.
I was like,
I will say,
He has my
okay, this is gonna be a hot take. And
do not vote. You think it
people
was terrible?
You hate her because she's
people gonna hate this. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
He hated it.
running joke. I do hate women.
Yes, yeah.
Somebody's gonna take
Soundbite.
that one day. Somebody's
Soundbite.
gonna soundbite that one day and just cancel the fuck.
I'm doing it right now as we speak.
But hot take, I don't think Lily Gladstone's performance was that amazing in Killers of the Flower Moon.
That might not matter.
Yeah, it might not matter. Like they might just go with the historical vote. I feel like it'd be a really great opportunity just to not just give it to another white woman. But I do feel like Emma Stone did have the best performance out of all these actresses that are nominated.
Has she won one yet?
Yeah, she won one for La La Land, which
Greedy,
I still haven't
bitch.
seen that movie.
That bitch greedy.
But I feel like
You could have let somebody else get that role so they can get this Oscar.
And a lot of people have been saying that it's going to be kind of like last year, where it was Kate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh. Kate Blanchett had a great performance, and Michelle Yeoh had an amazing performance as well. I predicted
Michelle Yeoh before I saw the movie. But remember?
Yeah.
Before the movie was even seen, no trailer. Ain't nobody seen the trailer. I was like, Michelle Yeoh gonna win. You can just read the description of everything everywhere all at once, and you go, "This is winning an Oscar."
Yeah. It's a pretty great, incredible movie, and she did a really great job in it. But a lot of people were, saying like one of the things that edged her out was that the historical aspect was like, well, let's not just give it to Kate Blanchett, who already has an Oscar, and is super white. Let's give it to Michelle Yeoh. Make history.
Y'all just hate her because she's light skinned.
Yeah, I do. I hate her because she light skinned.
But I'm glad that Nine brought up
the same reason I don't like Blake.
I'm glad that Nine brought up this picture because there has been some weird controversy around Margot Robbie not getting nominated for Barbie. I love Blake too.
I hope he's watching, so he'll text me and see. Like he'll be like, "Hey man, what the fuck?"
I wish Blake was a really lover and a fighter, but whatever.
He's not a lover nor a fighter, nor is he that funny, honestly.
No.
But how do you guys feel about Margot Robbie not getting nominated? We'll get to it later. Like Barbie got nominated for a lot of stuff, but Barbie herself was not nominated for lead actress. Jeff, what did you think of
that? Okay, it was a snub. I don't think they meant for it to be. I think they were like, we're already going to have Barbie nominated for so many different things. But again, the entire point of the movie is a guy trying to take all the credit for Barbie and all of her stuff. Like, it's literally like they're playing out the plot of the fucking movie.
No, I'm going to poke a hole in that argument right there because Ryan Gosling was not nominated for Best Leading Actor. He got
exactly
actor. And who got supporting actress?
America
Ferrera.
Barbie.
We will
Those
get
two are in the
we will
same
get to
category,
that.
right there, 1-1. Not a snub.
Well,
She didn't do a
but-
good job. They didn't think she did well enough.
It's just a
what's
it's
that
a
comment?
really
What's that comment?
stacked.
She played a blonde girl. That's what she did. She was playing a blonde.
I
girl.
will.
Nice comment.
I
Put
will.
it up here.
Well, you go ahead, Alex.
Well, I'll say that
Before I go.
I don't think that this is necessarily a snub, really. Margot Robbie still got a nomination for best, she's gonna get the Oscar for best picture of, since she produced
the movie.
And I don't think that she was the strongest performance in this movie. Like, honestly, Ryan Gosling. It's weird
I'll
to say
take
about.
women, though.
It's weird to say about Barbie, but Ryan Gosling, I think everybody knows that he had the best performance in this movie.
Yeah.
So
But you can't give his performance best actor though.
right.
To me, that would have been the snub. That's how you know she got snubbed. If they give Ryan Gosling fucking best actor, that's how you know this was a snub. Now,
It wasn't.
to that point, I'm gonna say this was also not a snub in this category. And it doesn't matter about what America Ferrera got. Doesn't matter what anybody else got. What matters is her performance. And had she given a performance that transcends what you see Margot Robbie as, and also the character wasn't written, the dialogue wasn't written. Anyone nominated for being Barbie is ridiculous. Exactly. Nominated for anything, this movie. The fact that this movie is nominated for anything at the Oscars is bonkers.
I'll say this.
Because Die Hard didn't win no Oscars. They were several times, the first three Die Hards, #1 movie. Why didn't it fucking get an Oscar?
Yeah, the Oscars have definitely it seems like they're getting more commercial lately.
100%.
So they got to get people
nominating.
Nutty Professor should have got a fucking Oscar for best actor and performance.
And I think that they're leaning more into the weird with nominating stuff like Everything Everywhere All at Once as far as weird movies and nominating things like nominating things like Top Gun and Avatar. Those things wouldn't have got nominated for Best Picture like back in the days where Jaws got snubbed. But it's an interesting time. But
Hollywood,
I don't feel like it's necessarily a snub. There's a lot of really great.
Hollywood is having a more open mind these days.
Let's talk about performance, though. When you said performance, who gave the best performance to get an Oscar nom? Whose quote after that Barbie
Michael
movie
Cera
that you see going around everywhere? Who was quoting this fucking shit as a meme? Whose lines were they?
Yeah,
American Ferreras.
That's a good point. Yeah.
People or Ken, right?
Yeah, right.
All the things that either America Ferrera said,
I am Knuff
said, I Knuff, all that shit was trending everywhere. Not almost a single line Barbie that Margot Robbie uttered as Barbie was catching.
I'll tell you what.
Nobody really gave a shit.
I'll say this.
Had the movie.
Your guys' arguments have actually brought me around. I will agree with you. I do think the director not getting one is messed up, but I'll agree with you on Margot Robbie.
I'll meet you on that one because I just haven't seen those movies, all of them, to add my how does a director get best director?
Well, I'll tell you why.
Them to be I'd have to physically see those.
Well, I'll tell you why best director is a snub for what's her name?
For Greta Gerwig.
For Greta?
Because there wasn't what's the other movie? You know what I'm saying? If you done gave him all these other nominations, how are you not gonna give this one best director? Right. So the movie was good enough, but
not
the director wasn't good enough.
Yeah, but also the direction.
Also, the acting was good enough. The set design and all that shit. All that it's got nominated for. Right. None of it.
Right.
So that's kind of unfair.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that they talked about back when Dune was nominated for everything except for best director, and they were like, "Well, this is the guy who directed it. It's how's that not? How you not nominate this guy and you nominate best picture?" But we also have to remember there's 10 nominees for best picture. There's only 5 nominees for best director. And there are a lot of there's a lot of great movies that came out this year.
Barbie sucked.
But and actually, speaking of which, let's talk about
in the comments.
Let's talk about with me. Let's talk about the directing category. Anatomy of Fall, Justine Triet. Sorry.
Yeah, man, get it right, Alex.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Fuck you. Killers of the Flower Moon. Martin Scorsese, Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan, Poor Things, Yorgos Lanthimos. and the Zone of Interest, Jonathan Glazer.
Hold on, say that again. You said that nigga name like it's regular. What was that again?
Yorgos Lanthimos.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I
Is that
know.
Hungarian?
Isn't it crazy that I could? Isn't it crazy that I couldn't pronounce Justine, but I could, but I could pronounce Yorgos
Justine.
Lanthimos.
You've heard Justine since the.
This dude dropping
since the
names of the
Cosby
Wu-Tang
Show.
Clan.
Yeah. Hold on, say that again.
Yorgos Lanthimos. He directed
Let me look at that. Let me look at that.
Killer bees gonna swarm.
Let me look at that. Yorgos.
Let's just say, I think it's lucky Alex got to do that one in the
Lanthimos.
beginning of the episode.
Yo,
If this
I
were
mean,
later
I'm not
on in
gonna
this
lie.
podcast, I don't know if you would have been able to pull that one off.
Well, you know
I
what?
don't know.
I would.
I don't know if he should win. I don't just because his name. His
Just-
name is like a.
Just because Bill wants to watch
it.
everyone try and say the name.
No, not that. His name is a great rap word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could use his name and rhyme that with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'd love it if he became the new Grey Poupon, where it's just like
Right.
is in every rap song.
Because of the syllables. It's because of the syllables. It would just be an amazing rap song. Is all I was thinking.
But one
Sorry.
of the reasons I can pronounce his name so well is because I've been obsessed with this movie ever since I saw it. You know, if I've said this to anyone who's would be willing to listen to me say it,
Go watch the
this is
video
my
on
favorite.
YouTube. Oh,
This is, yeah.
I thought that was what we was. I thought we was gonna say it at the same time.
This is my favorite movie of 2023. It's so funny and so weird and so upsetting. But I don't think that he should even win Best Director. Like I feel like Christopher Nolan is the best. Like Oppenheimer is the best directed movie out of all these. What do you guys think out of these categories, Jeff?
I think Scorsese's going to get it.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, man.
the movie is got enough of a buzz, and it's got enough of like a hey, look at the whole cultural attention and importance behind it. I think that this is one of those movies where, I see them getting a lot of awards, not even necessarily for what the categories are, but more for what the movie means overall.
Yeah, Film Age Studios thinks that Martin Scorsese's definitely got this one in the bag.
Say it
what
with your
about
chest.
What about you, Terry? Do you think that Marty is going home with this one, or you think this is Christopher Nolan's one to lose?
I think it's definitely Nolan's to lose. No, I wouldn't say Nolan's to lose. It's definitely a tight race.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what? I'm gonna go with a sleeper on Zone of Interest.
I almost saw that the other day, and I decided to watch Holdovers instead. Is it good?
I know a lot. I didn't see the movie, but I know a lot. I always know like what goes into making some of these movies and who's involved with it, to where it's like, oh, I know how hard they work on shit.
Yeah,
So
I
I would
haven't
say
even
maybe
heard
Zone
of
of
this one.
Interest.
a lot of international films getting nominated, including Anatomy of the Fall and Justine Triet. I mean, not to be like people will say that it's like. I think Hillary Clinton tweeted about Barbie not getting nominated for like Best Director. I was like,
those real tweets. I was like,
Man,
I couldn't tell anyone. I was like, I don't know if this is real or not.
do y'all really think Hillary Clinton's all?
I don't think they
Did she
care
tweet about it,
either
or
way.
did she X about it?
We don't use that letter.
We don't do that on this show.
podcast.
Yeah.
That's
But
racism.
but it's still like pretty. It's pretty amazing that Justine Triet like got nominated for this movie.
Yeah,
But
Everybody,
look at this. But look, here's the
Seriously,
point I was making. You're both
Justine
so much
Triet.
more
Triet is hard.
enough. Why didn't you use the line Barbie said then? Huh? Why you gotta use Ryan Gosling's line?
Wait, that's not even the best part of this tweet. At
Let me
the
tell
end
you.
of it, she has to make the hashtag has to be about her,
Her name first too.
right? Not even Hillary
Barbie.
for Barbie,
Well, no, I
just
don't wanna-
Hillary Barbie.
Can we get to what's really real, man? The
What's-
best nigga in the categories, man. Ryan Gosling going with that goddamn.
Yep.
Heat. I think he going with that because let me tell you something. Actors, I'm an actor now. Hey, how you doing? I'm an actor. Actors just gush over what that nigga did, like that kind of shit. You go from The Notebook to I'm just Ken.
It's raining.
Like, yeah, honestly, it's an incredibly natural performance. He's so good in comedy. Like Nice Guys is probably still my favorite performance.
Oh my god, so good.
But this was just so good. Like he was incredibly funny. It's just incredibly funny take on this character.
And I hated Barbie.
And let's talk about actor in the supporting role category. Nominees are Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction, Robert De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things.
I'd be a 10.
Terry, do you who do you think is gonna end up winning for this, and who do you think deserves to win?
Let me see it, Lucia.
What was the question?
Yeah, we got Sterling K. Brown, Robert De Niro,
I didn't know Robert Downey Jr. was even in Oppenheimer, so that's
yeah, he's the bad man.
Such a bad man.
So bad.
Robert De Niro needs
naughty.
You can get. He has a son now. Well, I'm rooting for Sterling K. Brown.
Mm-hmm. Sound like a nigga, don't it?
I think this is Ryan Gosling's to lose.
Mm-hmm.
He's one I'd say, yeah, it's definitely his to lose.
Can we pull up Sterling K. Brown?
Sterling K. Brown, man. I have honestly,
Sterling K. Brown got a name to sound like
that. Just sounds.
Yeah.
You know that's a nigga when you look at when
every
his
nigga
teacher,
I met named Sterling was a nigga.
I know some white Sterlings. I know some white Sterlings. I know
Sterling
some
Archer.
Sterling is pretty
I don't know
funny.
a single one.
Sterling Archer is also a good one, but shout out to Sterling if Sterling's watching this. But I just like Sterling. That nigga got one of them nigga names. When he went to every first day of school, the teacher saw his name and said, "Oh, we got at least one black dude."
Yeah,
got at least one.
His name just sounds kind of like coconut butter.
He never
cocoa butter.
had a job interview where
Boo.
on the phone, and then they saw him when he came up, and they're like, "Oh, you're Sterling." Like, see, I get that. And be like, "Oh, you're Terry." Like him, they're like, "Yeah."
Okay.
But I will say,
hold on, Nan. Can you bring that back up? Because that is, to me, that is a controversial statement that I want to get some love next week. I mean, not next week. I guess it's on the 10th of March or 9th of March.
2 weeks.
We need to remember that happened. You know what I'm saying? We need to, because if that happens,
hey, I would be overjoyed. Filmmaker says Sterling K. Brown is a sleeper that I can see, but RDJ is getting it.
He would be the darkest skinned nigga to win an Oscar since Sidney Poitier.
I kind of agree with him because like Sterling K. Like I like Jeffrey. I like Jeffrey Wright's performance. I love Sterling K. Brown's performance in American Fiction. He is clearly the best part of that movie, and he's just like so natural. In the same way that Ryan Gosling is in Barbie. This is a pretty stacked category. Honestly.
I honestly think everybody thinks Robert Downey Jr. is going to get it. But as far as like actors go, I just don't think that just because that's who votes on this, male actors. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So I think that's where they're gonna go with it. It's either Ryan or like Filmmaker just said, man, and like you just said, it could go to Sterling K. Brown on a fucking steal.
I love RDJ, but I mean, his role in Oppenheimer wasn't really like crazy transcendent.
Mm-hmm.
He was moving the story along, but like he wasn't captivating every time he was on screen. I don't see it going to RDJ.
Do you really feel like his performance was even worth, like he had enough of a performance in this movie to be considered a supporting actor?
I would definitely say so. I think that, and I think I personally really loved his performance in Oppenheimer, and like the Oscars.
Like I'm just saying it wasn't like Jeff said. It wasn't like a performance that I feel like transcended the movie or like or even added to the movie. Like
well, it's one of those.
It wasn't a Cuba Gooding Jr. To me, that's the ever since I've seen Jerry Maguire and then Cuba came out of nowhere and got the damn win. Nobody saw it coming. I think that this is a similar situation. We could have Ryan Gosling or Sterling K. Brown come in there and back backdoor it. I didn't want to say it because I don't like making butt stuff jokes, but
It's only a butt stuff joke if you mention butt stuff.
Bro,
We all know what backdoors are, but
do you
backdoor
guys-
but I
stuff.
will.
do you guys know what RDJ's last nomination for supporting actor was?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
No, it's for Tropic Thunder.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yep, blackface.
Oh my
man.
Be the
god.
only actor in history to not go down for blackface. I'm
And-
just telling you.
in
And
my
if he
personal
does
opinion-
go down, it happened because of this podcast. Just mark it down.
My personal opinion, like, I'm glad you brought this up, Nine, is between my favorites performances out of these. It's between Mark Ruffalo and Sterling K. Brown. Like, Mark Ruffalo was incredible in Poor Things. He's so funny, and for both him and Robert Downey Jr., I think it's one of those things where like people have seen them in Marvel movies for a decade, and they're just like excited to see them do interesting performances outside of just like the Hulk and Iron Man.
I got a question for you. Do you think that Willem Dafoe got snubbed?
No, he was great, but he wasn't wasn't
Okay, I'm just
transcended. Mark Ruffalo was definitely like the right.
I
choice
think that
between
the
the two.
old dude who was like Oppenheimer's homie, the little Jewish dude who was with
Oh
numbers,
yeah, I would love it if he got nominated.
he should have got nominated. His shit. Now, like
Einstein?
like what Jeff was saying, he had scene stealers.
Mhm,
Mhm.
right. The guy
You
with
know
the
what I'm saying?
oranges. If you guys don't,
Yeah.
Yeah, he had scene stealers, man.
The
Like
Yeah.
I
dude
was
from
like,
Harold
oh my
and
God.
Kumar.
right?
Yeah, Harold and Kumar,
he was
numbers,
the Santa Claus.
What's
The
up,
Santa Claus.
Hollywood,
He's the
what's up
elf.
with
Bernard.
Natasha Leone, what's
I don't know that one.
something in Hollywood? Babes,
Ooh.
Sarah, put it in the comments. Somebody put it in the comments. It's like one of Sarah's favorite movies.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it. But yeah. That would be a lifetime achievement award for sure. Like if they gave it to him.
Dude is
Um,
fucking amazing.
But going on to
Dr. Doolittle.
David
Get this
Krumholtz.
David Krumholtz. Yes. Love that guy.
Krumholtz. Come on the show, Krumholtz. Man, we love you, man. He is our
He's doing
Jewish
some
MVP.
really good stuff.
He's our Jewish
Uh,
MVP, man.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He might be the best Jewish actor ever. I'm going out on the limb. I'm going out on the limb.
There's so
Best
many.
Jew-
I
How
don't
many?
care.
How many? You don't know. You can't name them. Best one.
Bro,
Actress in the leading
he's
role.
got
The movie-
126 roles to his name.
Jesus,
That's right.
that
And that's
dude
including
worked.
television and movies, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That
That's
dude is
working
awesome.
Man, right there.
Fucking awesome.
It's because he looked 19 for 25 years of his life.
Right.
I shouldn't think it was 30 years. I think he was 30 years old when he did Harold and Kumar, or over 30 when he did Harold and Kumar.
Right.
And-
Yeah, he's playing like a 19-year-old or whatever.
Yeah.
Bill, Slums
lay it
of
on
Beverly
me.
Hills.
Slums of
Slums
Beverly
of
Hills.
Oh man,
Slums
Frothy already
of
got
Beverly
it.
Hills. Yes.
I should probably just
she
listen
did.
to our fan song.
Well, I knew
Um,
she was gonna give it to me because that's one of her favorite movies. Slums of Beverly Hills. He was in that. That's an Oscar worth. Nah, supporting actor Oscar worthy.
I've never seen that.
I
one,
don't
so
know.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Um,
Today it would win. Look at fucking Barbie's nominated. Goddamn.
Actress in a leading role. We got nominees Annette Bening for Naiad. A
Ned.
movie.
Oh, we already did
Movie.
that.
Oh no! Wait. Oh yeah, we already did. Oh, sorry, supporting role. Sorry, actress in a supporting
There you
role.
go. There you
Nominees Emily. Thank you for keeping me on track.
I wasn't paying attention.
Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer. Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple. America Ferrera for Barbie. Jodie Foster for Naiad. That's a movie I'm still convinced does not exist. And Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers.
I don't be listening to you.
Divine Joy Randolph, of course, from the Idol fame. She
but-
gave us the gem that is Tedros is Tedros. One of
Can
my
I
favorite
point
lines
out
of
really
2023.
quickly? I love how for all the other categories we had those nice graphic cards, and for this one it's just like a list typed down on in Word or some shit.
I can't fucking find it. I can't find it. I'm doing my best. I'm scrambling here.
But that's what makes it so funny.
Look, I'm gonna just tell you. While he was saying that, I knew Nine was about to pop on. I fucking knew it. I was like,
Oh,
Nine's
Nine.
probably thinking, "God damn it, I can't find it." And
At
then
no
he said
point did
something.
I think you like just weren't trying to find it. I just thought it was real
No,
funny
it's
that
funny.
the best
Dude.
supporting actress category.
Yeah, we got to keep the funny going. Anything that's funny, say it. Okay. I
Mhm.
don't know why y'all be scared to say funny stuff.
To you guys in the comment section too, by the way.
Say what? Who's in the comment
They
section?
should, if they got funny things to say it in the comment section.
Yes, definitely. None of it's going to be as funny as what I'm going to say. So, but thank you for participating.
Randolph.
One day I'm going to participate in the chat. Like, it's just too distracting for me to participate. I'll just talk on the microphone.
Film Age Studios thinks that that Divine Joy Randolph has got this one in the bag. What do you guys think? I guess it's pretty much between Emily Blunt, America Ferrera, and Divine Joy Randolph. Really,
first of all, a lot of this. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
I was gonna say I don't think Emily Blunt. I love Emily Blunt. I don't think she deserves it for that role. I don't think she deserves to be nominated.
You don't love Emily. You don't love Emily Blunt.
I mean, she wasn't really.
You don't love her. You don't love her. Oh, look at that! Look at that category. Looking that up for you right there.
I loved it. She wasn't in the movie that much, and every time she was in the movie, it was just. Now, I don't think it's her fault. I think the way her character was written, and I mean the way her character was, she was just a more subdued character. So I think the problem is that type of role isn't best supporting actress material. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Yeah,
you don't care about it. I'm just tell you right now, you don't care about it.
Calm down, Jim.
As much as I love Emily Blunt. Like, if I were gonna give Emily Blunt an Oscar for any of her performances, it'd probably be for 5-Year Engagement. I think her performance in that is incredible, and I think that was even way like better than like this role, just because again they give her more.
Let me tell you something, man. I ain't seen none of these movies except Oppenheimer. I'll tell you this right now. I think Emily Blunt's gonna win it, not because she had the best performance out of anybody. It's time to get that Oscar. That's what it is.
It's time.
It's time to get that thing. She's getting the Lifetime Achievement Award.
I would.
You know what I'm saying? Just like all the reasons that you just said that you wouldn't give her one,
right, are
the reasons that I believe she's going to get one this year.
Yeah, I would love that for her.
And what's her name should actually get? What's the old girl's name?
Florence
Pugh. She should get the award, but she had sex in the movie, so they're not gonna do that. She didn't.
They don't do that.
You see her boobies.
Yeah,
used to be.
Well, no, she gotta be. She gotta be like a crack whore. Right. She can't be like really hot, super hot, attractive Russian spy looking ass bitch. She can't do that. She gotta be a crack whore who's down on her luck and has sex with Oppenheimer because he pays her to go away, and then she. Like
they like that kind of stuff, like Monster kind of or
Monster's Ball,
Monster, two Monster movies. But yeah,
you gotta commit. You gotta be a female serial killer or like a terrible mom. Because what's her name? Oh man, Monique. Yeah,
I don't know why I thought. I don't know why.
Well, we're talking about terrible people who won an Oscar.
Yeah,
that was
connected.
Monique won her Oscar for being a terrible human being. Like that's what they like. If you're female,
right?
Female.
And I feel like
or males too. Well, black males.
Let's talk about Divine Joy Randolph a little bit because two people do think that she's going to end up winning.
Three people, and mine is based off of award science.
Right.
And this is what award science is. In order to get, at least nominations, need to be nominated in the preliminary different type of award shows, right? And the person who got the most of those is definitely Divine for her role in The Holdovers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never seen none of this. Give it to the black lady.
I'm just basing it she got a Golden Globe for this role already.
Right.
Once you get whoever gets the Golden Globe, always.
That's usually how it goes. I think though.
That's what I'm saying. Based on award science.
Yes, but speaking to that same award science,
would that be more award math?
Math and science go hand in hand.
Yeah, same thing.
It's true.
It's like math.
I stopped doing science because I couldn't do math.
Math and science are like your hand and your penis, or your genitalia, I should say. Excuse me.
Okay.
I don't mean to say that word, but hand and your genitalia. You can't masturbate with one without the other. You know what I'm saying? It's math and science. They go together like butt cheeks.
I will say, like, with the Golden Globes, before we talk about this last category, the Golden Globes are interesting because Cillian Murphy won for Best Actor, and Paul Giamatti won for Best Actor in a comedy. Divine Joy Randolph won for Best Actor.
On that.
So now they have to have a fist fight.
Yeah, but see, that's my point.
Yeah.
What's her name might have won the Golden Globe, but sometimes the way they do it is Emily Blunt's been that actress who's been out here. She's been doing it, and sometimes they give you that Golden Globe to elevate you into more movies that they want to put you. Because you got to remember, a lot of this is studio driven too.
Yeah,
I'd say only a quarter of it is studio driven, to be fair to the Academy, because I don't want to get uninvited or banned from the Academy.
Apparently they've had more members than any year before. That's why you got a lot of international movies making it
diversity. They allow more people,
and this is the first time where all the acting categories had at least one person of color. So that's pretty cool.
That's sad.
It's sad.
Yes. This is the first time.
Sad, happy facts.
How come? You know what I think the one award that was missed this year that didn't get given out, or from last year, most pink in a movie. Was that not a Guinness Book World Record for this?
How great would it be if that went to Oppenheimer?
There's no fucking way most pink in a movie doesn't go to this movie. Yeah, and if the Guinness World Record slipped on this, then they fucked up. If they slipped on, Alex is tearing up the studio. He's very angry because he knows I hated Barbie.
They literally caused a shortage.
Terrible movie.
You've said that 6 times tonight. Well, they literally caused a shortage. It literally caused a shortage of pink paint in America during the production.
I have another reason for Divine though, because she got snubbed for an Emmy for her role in The Idol.
Facts. They made it up with the Golden Globe. Because let me tell you something.
Get an Emmy nom.
Tedros.
I'm still kind of mad about it. Like, as much as I hated that show, it better win like a golden raspberry or something.
We missed an award nomination that we should have had this year, which is Best Line in a Television Series. And two of them would have came out of Idol, which is Tedros is Tedros, and what else is the other one? You know what it is.
Blanche.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
You know what? The Idol
that
is like an honorary
every episode
award
since it was up. By the way,
yeah,
the show that made me laugh uncontrollably. Like, is it like a show that unintentionally made me laugh the most?
Right?
Yeah, unintentional comedy of the year. Yeah, it's gonna be. No nominees. We're just giving awards to that.
We can do that one because television-wise, last year, year before 2022. The winner of that could have been Halo.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
I mean,
it could win this.
How about best show that was clearly a Zillow ad?
This is clearly a Zillow ad.
Yes.
Yes.
I would call it the You Did Something award.
Yeah, you did something. That's a Razzie. That's a Razzie.
We have a category.
We're all about positivity at the Drunk Banthas Award Show. Drunkies Awards. We're very much so about positivity. Otherwise, we would give out worst feet in a movie.
Best Picture. Just to round out like our conversation about the Oscars. Best Picture nominees are American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, one of Nine's favorite movies.
Past Lives sounds like a song, no?
Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. Yeah, I used to listen to Past Lives all the time.
Oh, no, a band. They're a band. Past Lives. I saw them twice, but I was blackout drunk and on acid too, so I don't remember.
And they opened up for Blink-182.
Yeah, right.
But what do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to win Best Picture for this year? Terry.
I'm like going over all these names and just like trying to be like, who's been winning awards so far? Who's
doing your awards math?
Yeah, you gotta do awards math. Anatomy of the Fall.
Well, while you're thinking, I'll just say real quick that again, I hope Poor Things wins, just like out of some crazy like everybody made a mistake and they tried to vote for Oppenheimer, but they voted for Poor Things instead.
I'm gonna tell you because I think Film Age is on it. I'm gonna just tell you, Killers of the Flower Moon is going to win, and it's not because it's my
dark horse champion. No, I say it's between Killers of the Flowers of Moon, Oppenheimer, and my real dark horse champion is Zone of Interest. Those three are my possibilities.
Well, see, I just believe it's going to be Killers of the Flower Moon because of the historical precedent of it.
Yep.
Historical movies, they like to do them best pictures, you know, and also it's Martin Scorsese.
If Scorsese doesn't get best director, he'll pick up this one. I don't think.
I feel like it's either like Chris.
No, he might. I think he can win both.
You think?
I think he can win both.
I think he's gonna get one or the other. He's not.
I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying if they announce that he won best director, don't be surprised that towards the end of the night he wins best picture. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like both him and Christopher Nolan, they could. You could sort of say that about both of them because they both made such spectacular movies and they both kind of deserve it after a long career, even though Christopher Nolan hasn't been doing it for that long. So I can see them splitting it up.
I'm very distracted and upset. Are we gonna do an Oscar party? Oscar thing? Oscar show?
I can't. I've been boycotting the Oscars since Oscars So White, and the Reverend Jesse Jackson has not given me the all clear. So
he said, "My black delicacy has not my black
delegation."
Said me and my black consulate have not had a conversation.
We have not been informed that the embargo has been lifted yet. So
we no longer take directions from the NAACP. We take directions mainly from ministers, Baptist ministers, and Protestants as far as we go. We have some Catholics.
As far as no Jews,
they don't fuck with us because we have different religions. We do like each other.
I would say that, as far as
I got an edge up from a Jewish man. That's what racist people say. They just say how do you count the amount of black people that you have as friends? How do you count the amount of minorities you have as friends? They say crazy shit like that.
That's what you do when you're really proud of them. It's like, oh yeah.
And I'm talking about I made
a black
people.
Friend today.
I've met black dudes. I've met black dudes. Ministers. I've met ministers. I've never ministered to a Caucasian man before. I tell you, look, as soon as I get a chance, I want to minister to some white boys. Now, I know you friends with some whites. I have friends with whites as well. I have 3 friends white. I just believe that you should bring some of your white friends down here.
Speaking of whites, I do think that Killers of the Flower Moon, I think it's an incredible movie. A lot of people have made this criticism, and I tend to sort of agree that it could have a more of a perspective or point of view from the Native American characters.
Is that what you think?
Seems like they are a little bit more secondary.
Well, I think it's because of the lack of information. They would have been making up a lot of shit because they died.
Yeah, a lot of them did die.
So I'm just saying. So
but
I feel
they still made up a lot of shit.
No, I'm talking about it from their point of view.
Right.
They would have been making up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Just because they don't have a lot to go on.
Right.
They know how these other white folks felt and what happened because they lived.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So,
yeah. And I did like how the way that the movie ended, not spoiling anything, but it did have a really great way of showing that the reasoning why is through a white perspective, the perspective of this white narrative. But
because everything is. I'm joking.
But I think that it would be
a good time to tell the truth, but also,
but I think that it
has nothing to do with it.
It'd be pretty incredible if American fiction, everybody's white guilt just got a hold of them and everybody voted for American fiction.
I feel like what we haven't touched on, as I touch this tequila bottle and get ready to pour a shot. I feel like what we haven't touched on is Anatomy of the Fall. You feel like that may have a chance? No chance?
I think I haven't seen it yet, but from what I've heard of it, heard about it. I think that it's probably gonna win like best director or best screenplay, because from what I've heard, the story it's pretty incredible. But
I'm gonna look,
that's one of the ones I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, 9. You said you don't think that Maestro is walking out with anything.
No.
They are walking out with something. I'm gonna tell you what they're walking out. Somebody's stealing toilet tissue. I like you go to one of them events, you steal toilet tissue, you walk out with a couple of good snacks, some good drinks, you walk out with the swag bag. They got some dope swag bags. Alex, you got a dope
auditions for crowd filling for that? I'd love to be a crowd filler.
I'd love that. I'd have so much fun.
I got suits. I can just
you too, if you're in the Los Angeles area. 9, can I get the camera? Can I get this one? If you're in the Los Angeles area, you too can be a crowd filler for the Drunkies here at the Drunk Banthas Award Show. You could be a member of our crowd. We're gonna have a live audience right here in the studio, Music Coffee Studios.
It's happening.
It's happening right here. So don't miss out. It's all free.
February 10th, everybody. Come
bring your own chicken.
Our homes.
Bring your own chicken. Bring your own beer.
But yeah, like
can I say something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead, None.
I really like that sweater. What model is that? The Drunk Banthas one. Is that cream or white?
This is oatmeal. Like
oatmeal. I really like that. I really like that.
Hold on, let me move this out of the way.
That's the new shawl hoodie that we have on.
Yes.
The shop.
We do have the new shawl. Hold on. Is there any music for this? Is there music for this?
X-Files.
Nope, that's bad.
There it is.
Yeah,
Drunk Banthas shawls that you can get at the Drunk Banthas merch store in the description.
Yeah, you can find the shop link in the video description.
You're gonna get all the slurpage if you fucking get one of these. Talking about you get sloppy toppies like double domes with this one, with this gear, and only this gear.
I don't even know what to say after that, but I guess like if you guys have any thoughts on the
Drunkies,
the Drunkies, or the Best Picture nominees, let us know in the comments. Let us know who you guys think is going to win and who you feel like deserves to win, and what movie got snubbed. Who do you feel should have been in this category?
Eric,
not Jeff counting how many black friends he has.
Oh, hey, what's going on, guys?
I totally missed that bit.
Forgot that camera was on.
No, yeah. Look, shout out to Sarah and shout out to all the rest of you who be catching the bits that we do. We appreciate you.
Little frothy,
because everything here that we say is bullshit.
Frothy,
do not feel any
finally calling it out.
All of the things we say here.
I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
We don't mean it. Those are disclaimers that I drop out sometimes.
I think another point in Oppenheimer's favor is also that this is Nolan not doing a very an action heavy movie, which is typically his wheelhouse. I think that's also going to up him in the consideration.
Now, I do have to move on.
I got one more gripe about the Oscars, and I'm
gripe
still
on.
Mad at them.
Gripe on.
They snubbed Adam Sandler.
What did he do last year?
I mean, like, when was it when Uncut Gems came out?
Yeah.
Still mad. I'm fuming about that.
He's still mad about that.
Yeah, like, goddamn.
2019.
How did Kevin Garnett not get?
I am going to bring that up.
How did Kevin Garnett not get nominated for supporting actor? It's fucking ridiculous. But we do have to move on.
We do have to move on. I'm very curious who won that year, but we do have to move on.
Because we have to get to what everybody's here for.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh wait, that's not what they're here for.
Jody,
you can check out the while it's up there. You can check out the Unfiltered Bachelor podcast for the show. You can go to iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app, whatever that is. Name another one. Apple Podcasts, iPodcasts.
Yeah.
You can also check out the Drunk Banthas.
Google
there.
Podcasts is apparently
Google Podcasts
disappearing.
is disappearing, but you can also like and subscribe right here to just keep up with us with the most current shit, because it's better to watch us because we funny. See, you don't even know we did the thumbs up if you're listening right now.
that's the kind of classy shit that you get here
Classic
at
shit.
the
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Thumbs up.
You get to see thumbs ups.
Yeek.
But now we're talking about True Detective Night Country Part 3.
True Detective.
This was a crazy episode. I've seen a lot of scuttlebutt online about how this is like the best episode so far.
Scuttlebutt means
IMDb disagrees.
Ooh, okay. I'm very curious to see what the IMDb score is. But what did you guys think of this episode? Jeff, I'll let you go first, since you've made the arduous task of watching all 3 seasons, all 3 first seasons this month.
Yeah.
What did you
something
think
I
of
said
this?
I would
last
do, and
week.
I did.
Yeah, I definitely went down a pretty dark rabbit hole there. That was fun. And then I came out of it and watched a bunch of true crime documentaries, which was also very fun. But I loved this episode. I thought
Watch,
this was actually,
watch Mayor of
one of the
Easttown
seasons so
afterwards.
far.
Watch who?
Watch what?
Mr. Beast.
Wait, you say
Mayor
watch
of
what?
Easttown?
Watch Mayor of Easttown. You're gonna like it.
Oh
afterwards.
yeah,
Mayor of
Because
Easttown. I
Mayor.
thought he was
East
talking
of
about some other YouTube channel. I was like, no, we're not doing
Kate
that.
Winslet. Yeah, it's pretty good.
We're not
Check
doing
out
that.
Screen Crush.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
one that
No,
that's the one they kept suggesting I watch after it. So maybe.
Yes.
actually,
All right.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought this was the best episode yet. I thought it was I thought it was good. I thought they put a lot of story in there, and we still got a lot of mystery left. I was so angry when the episode was over because it just hooked me in so much.
Alex, did you take notes of this one this time? Did you watch
I-
before the movie? Did you watch this time before we got on set?
Yeah, I watched it at 5 o'clock this morning before I
Okay.
went to work.
Sexy.
Disgusting. Ew.
And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And if I took notes, did I copy and paste shit off of Wikipedia? Yes, I did.
That means you
but
were
Terry-
cranking down at 5 o'clock in the morning. No,
It's like there's nothing I'd rather not crank down to than fucking True Detective.
True Detective.
Um,
True. If you were
Terry.
doing
No, that would have been last episode, right?
I'd have been
Also,
worried.
I don't think I'm going to use the phrase "crank down" ever again in my life.
Why? It's
But
hilarious.
Terry, what did you think of this episode?
I think I haven't watched True Detective at all because I was playing Power World. And since we're done with the Oscar talk, I'm gonna go off and play some more Pokemon. Power World. Power World. It's different. It ain't Pokemon, y'all. It's not.
You can shoot him.
You got guns and shit.
Come on, man. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. They don't pay. They're not paying for nothing. Get that out of here.
So yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna go play Power World.
Well, thanks
That's
for joining
fair.
the discussion, Terry. Have a good one,
I've
man.
been big on the new Yakuza game, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Fucking awesome. So much fun.
If Power World wants to pay for this goddamn podcast, they could do so.
Which
by
they might need
easily
to.
Just go
Nintendo
to
started taking notice.
the link in the go to the link in the description. But at this moment, this podcast is sponsored and brought to you by Nerds at Night.
yeah.
I was gonna say
our-
Drunk Banthas.
Well, that was what I said at the beginning. Yes, but we got
Uh,
2 sponsors this week.
But what did you what did you think of this episode? Do you have any like initial thoughts on
This is what
this?
I call this is Power World for life, Terry says. This episode is what I like to call get your dick hard episode. Yeah,
Okay.
you know, because this is when it gets to the climax where you get ready to finally get the unveil.
Yeah,
Like you
the
done took
erection
it out to
perfection.
dinner. You done
Yeah.
took it. You know, took my. You said hi.
Oh, that was
got
last
the-
episode
got
for
the
me.
phone number. Took. He said, "Yeah, Jeff got married this episode. Jeff got married this episode. Or he met the parents this episode. That's what he
Yep.
did.
Damn, you're gonna get divorced by episode 2
Yeah,
if
no,
you're
yeah.
moving this fast.
I just got
About time.
attracted. I started getting attracted. You know, I started getting attracted. I like to use relationship analogies. You know, sports analogies and relationship analogies. Those are the only things that I've had in life.
Sports relationships.
we start talking about success on this show. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to talk about. I don't know. But yeah, this show slaps cheeks. How did you feel about this episode, Alex?
Really strong episode. Like you guys said, there's a lot of story packed in, a lot of backstory for certain characters, and a lot of foreshadowing, and really interesting storytelling with certain moments. Like the Wheeler case scene is one of my favorites. Is just as far as like the way it's displayed, and it really made me love this show. Like honestly, I was like, oh, this is the thing that I loved about the first season, and this is the thing that I love about this season. Like I just all the things that they're
That's
doing.
your boy. That's because your boy has been taking care of you, brother.
Issa Lopez.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Another producer. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey is a producer on here. Another producer I noticed when watching the credits this time. Barry Jenkins, director of Moonlight, is a producer on this
Let me
show.
tell you something. Another name sounds very niggerish.
Yeah, that's a black man. Barry Jenkins.
my name, Barry Jenkins. That sounds like a character from Roots.
Right.
I ain't lying. And look, he looked like a character. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not gonna go that far.
I love Barry Jenkins so much. I wish he made.
Well,
so
why'd
many
you
more
laugh at my
movies.
joke so hard?
Because it's a great.
Because
name.
it was funny.
Hey, two things can be true. He can have a funny name and still be a great director.
Yeah, you can have a funny name, a funny face, a funny head, funny eyeballs.
And he's clearly
Not that
making
he
great.
has any of those things. I was just saying you can have.
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
I've never
funny
seen him
things.
before today, so I don't know what he looks like.
But he clearly makes really great decisions. I love that he's a producer on this. It's just like one of those things you would never expect his name to be.
That nigga won an Oscar, man.
Yeah.
Can you pull up Terry's last comment?
And but Patty Jenkins is white.
Yeah, that's wild, right?
Patty Jenkins sounds like she's
Right,
gonna be on the like she's like a syrup brand. Yeah.
No. First of all, there's only what I'm about.
That was good.
What I'm,
It's like try Patty Jenkins syrup.
what I'm about to say is only good. There's only a certain age group who's gonna understand this, but Patty Jenkins sounds like she is the maid who comes to help Mama from Mama's Family when she gets too old to take care of herself. She's the old Patty Jenkins comes in.
Patty?
Yeah. I'm sorry. There may be no one who knows what I'm talking about.
My favorite black director, Patty Jenkins.
Patty
Wild.
Jenkins looks like the last person you want to see when HR asks you to a meeting.
Yeah, Patty Jenkins looks like she works in administration. Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
She's got a whole kitty out right there. Jesus Christ, Patty, put it away. Get
man.
those things under control. They sit on my wrist. They
Like a
sit
bird
on my
on a
wrist like a
perch.
bird on a perch.
Rumsky. Okay, so man, yeah,
Oh,
that
God.
Alex hates women trend is gonna definitely go hard this week.
I know. I totally baited
so,
you. I felt like Donald Trump just then. I just baited you into hating women.
So the scene you were talking about.
Yeah, to get
one
back
of
to True Detective.
Just take a breath, everyone.
the, one of the pieces of trivia I read, someone was saying the song he was whistling when they're walking in was a Beatles song, which might be a callback to the first episode when Jodie's character hates the Beatles.
Right.
Hmm.
Or pretends to hate the Beatles just because, like, obviously it's that sense memory with her kid. I guess she listened to the Beatles a lot with her kid and her deceased husband.
Yeah. Or he ran away. What if
Yeah, we
the
don't-
dude just left?
What if he's just living 2 houses down?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if he was just like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm just going. You know, he was like, hey, Alice, I ain't never coming home. See you around. And he just hangs up. What if that's his MO?
Yeah, it is Alaska. All you have to do is not move out of Alaska to not see anybody ever again.
Looks like all you have to do is stand
Alaska.
still and just not deal with
Right?
anyone ever again. Stand still for a while and you'll die.
Yeah, that
And then nobody else will ever have
good
to
old
worry
dead
about it.
Travis.
Right, good old dead. Good old dead Travis.
And this episode does open up with a flashback. Wait, sorry, let me get back to my notes. Goddamn, this shit reset.
Flashback.
7 years prior, Navarro
Richard
arrests. Oh yes, flashback music. 7 years prior, and for public damage to the Silver Sky mining factory. However, she allows Anne to continue with her activities as she helps pregnant women in giving birth.
She a doula.
This moves Navarro, who decides to not arrest her. I thought this was a really interesting cold open for the episode because you get to see how Navarro is not just like a straight up hard ass. Obviously, she has sympathy for women.
Yeah, but also you get to see that Liz is not the only hated person in the because so far we just seen Liz get all the hate.
Yeah,
Navarro is very much so hated.
Yeah,
Evangeline.
Sure. Yeah,
Evangeline.
And seems like the common thread is everybody hates women in this town.
It's just you. I was like, what? No, that's your thing, bro.
That's your thing,
Sorry.
bro.
Alex is making travel plans. Yeah.
Right. Tell you where it won't be.
But
feminism. Sorry. That's the last time.
You're gonna make people think that I really hate
Imagine someone who's just like pops in for this part is like, God, this guy fucking.
Yeah, if you
get so many followers for the wrong reasons.
Look, if they think that and then they find out that's not what it's about, you don't understand the show.
But yeah, I really like Navarro's character in this like opening scene, and Annie. You get just like a little glimpse of what Annie's character is like, and just like this really interesting Native American community in Alaska and in the town of Ennis. Like,
by interesting, you mean homicidal? Is that what you mean?
I mean, well, not
we
not
got because we had a character that I'm just saying, like, well, yeah. Well, I guess that dude was white, or is that what we're assuming? We're assuming the dude who murdered his wife was white, right?
Oh yeah.
No.
Was that the opening scene?
No. The opening scene was the the birth,
was just the birth,
the
the
water
doulas.
birth. Yeah.
Oh yeah, doula.
You're thinking the flashback scene where Jody's talking about it, and
that's right.
just
we'll
flat out lying.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You know why I'm thinking that? Because I definitely
he was
before I watched the episode, I thought that was what was going to happen. Because I knew that was. I figured that was going to happen next, and I figured that was going to happen first. But then I was pleasantly surprised. But,
okay.
Yeah, that's it's Cillian Murphy's first name. That's how you pronounce it.
If you look it up, that's what it says.
Okay, Murphy.
Don't look it up right now. Don't look it up right
now. But yeah,
back in Wikipedia.
Back in the present day, Hank enlists local hunters to help in the search for Clark, despite Navarro's hope to take Clark alive. Danvers is informed that Anders Lund, Anders, obviously from Workaholics, the man in the coma, had his remaining leg amputated. And then when Peter once again asked about her past with Navarro, she says that her final case together involved a man named William Wheeler, a criminal with a violent past who assaulted his girlfriend and killed her. But as we can see from the presentation, it didn't go down as she explained to Peter. Bill, what did you think of this scene where she's explaining things and her lying to Peter? And do you think that the truth is going to come out later on, or this is just like
you can't handle the truth?
No, I don't think that the truth is coming out. I think that before I go out, because I'm not going to steal any of Jeff's ideas, because I think I know what he'll say, because the person who's just getting into it, you know what I'm saying, just binge watch it. But I think that this is to parallel the episode where we find out the crazy shit that Rust and what's Woody Harrelson's character?
Oh yeah, Hart
when they took parallel what they went
Sounds like
through.
an awesome 80s band.
We're-
Rust and Heart.
Rust and Heart. Yeah, Heart and Rust is terrible, but Rust and Heart,
You know,
went
actually-
to take over the world. They went out.
Speaking
they
of their
went on
names,
to take over the world.
speaking of their names, their last names Heart and Cole was supposed to be like play off of Heart and Soul. So just so
That's
you guys know
dumb.
that.
Anyway, why'd you?
The show now.
We were talking about their names.
Forever now. God.
No, so I just think that it was a parallel to their situation that no one knew about. You know, when they killed old buddy, and that's what caused a lot of hardship for the both of them. And well, not to mention that Rust fucked Hart's wife.
Yeah.
Well, that's not
Man, she's a
that's not
bitch.
important. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you fuck your partner's wife, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that forgivable?
Yeah, I don't think I know it's not from the husband. I don't
No.
think so.
But you know what though? They kept working together because they were just like,
None of this matters.
It
So-
don't matter.
it's
Yeah.
weird. That's weird. I
It's
couldn't
very,
understand
very
that.
Strange.
But yeah, they didn't
yeah.
work together after that.
They worked together like 10 years after that.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah, and I think with their relationship, because his life had turned to so much shit. Their marriage had ended, so I'm assuming that the stakes towards that particular conflict weren't as like paramount as it was when it first happened.
Rust and Hart's wife had a relation.
Our relations,
That's one hell of a behind the music.
relations, Heart gonna have relations.
Heart gonna have relations. Heart gonna have. Hold on. So speaking of relations,
but this scene. Jeff, what did you think of just like the way that this was all presented, like in the lie and the truth of it all?
So one, I completely agree with Bill. This is absolutely supposed to be a callback to season 1. You could say it was. You could also argue it's a callback to season 3, when they got that dude in the barn, But I think
what? That's the question, bitch. Oh wait, I know what the question is.
it's this scene.
Does it?
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Yes, it does. But I think it's definitely a callback to season 1. I like how they did it differently though, because like while it's obviously a callback, it was an interesting way of doing it where it's not in the moment. So it's the way that it was filmed was different. Mm-hmm. The fact that I really loved how they had her telling it while we're watching it, and you see that it's a lie. I thought that was really good.
Right.
And here's the one thing I wonder for you guys: we know before the story starts being told, this is why they had their falling out. Mm-hmm. Do you think the falling out is because Navarro killed that dude, or because Jody killed that dude and Navarro is upset she has to cover for her?
I personally think it's the latter, because I think that would be the misdirect. Like, I think it's way too obvious that Navarro is the one who killed the guy, and it would also make a lot of sense for Navarro to be the one who's mad, because she seems like she's more mad with Danvers in this relationship, and it would make a little bit
also
more
thank
sense.
you for saying her last name. I had no fucking clue. I could not remember to save my life.
Only reason I remember is because
Carol Danvers. I knew.
Yep.
Hey, higher, further, faster, baby. We're going there all the way. God damn it! Look. By the way, if you hate Brie Larson and you're watching this podcast, first of all, put it in the comments. Second of all, we're not going to do that here.
We don't do that.
We're not going to do that here.
We do not do
but
that.
Put it in the comments. We're not going to suppress your right to speak.
Jodie Foster and Brie Larson, 2 of my top 5
tank top actresses of all time. Tank top actresses of all time.
But sorry,
this actress right here, the boxer, she could probably get up there.
Yeah, she might crack the top 5.
Yeah, she might get. She got one more movie with a tank top, and she cranked the top. I say crank because I was talking about cranking down.
We don't say that anymore.
We don't say that. We don't say that anymore.
I thought one of the categories in the drunkies was which actress would you like to crank down most to?
No, that was what Alex said, and we're not gonna go with that one. It's misogynistic.
Because I famously hate women.
Just women are objects to him.
Look, we went to Alabama and met up with our cousins not too long ago, a year ago almost, and they said they looked Alex up online. He's worth $4 million.
I was like, oh man.
I was very upset because I was like, yo, this nigga didn't even pay rent last night.
I was gonna say this is
crazy.
some shitty recording situations we got going.
This nigga didn't even buy weed the other day. He said he had no money to buy no weed.
And you never paid for any of the
weed. Yeah. Never.
It's not habit forming.
But moving right along, Danvers and Navarro. Question Susan, a friend of Anne. She reveals that Anne accompanied her to. Wait, what?
She's a liar.
She's a liar. She reveals that Anne accompanied her to Salal, where she bonded with Clark and asked for their relationship.
She asked for relations.
She also reveals that she also revealed that she dated a Salal member named Oliver, whose name is not mentioned in the company records and left before Anne's death. And she also said that she called homeboy
hold your place where you went to, because I know you didn't finish what you was reading, so hold your place there because bookmark. I wanna really touch on what we did last week, but we got too late. Let's get to the whodunits.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Let's get to that early. Say what?
This ties into mine.
Okay, well you go first because I want to get into that early, because we get into it too late and then we get mucked up with a bunch of other shit and we get drunk.
So, okay, I think with hey, Hank ignored the phone call, didn't pass it along, and Hank's bringing in the hunters because he doesn't want to take this guy in alive. I think they're more misdirects into making us think it's Hank when really he's covering for his son.
Yeah,
that would be interesting because they are laying it on really thick with homeboy right now.
It's just too thick for it to actually.
Homeboy, we came to party. Your girl was looking at me.
Ooh, maybe Cameron is the killer.
See, that's Nori. It's Nori, but it's Pharrell singing that part. So the son is the pretty boy. Pharrell is the pretty boy. Nori is the nigga. He's that
Black
nigga.
Dynamite logic.
And so then, because Nori is the nigga, that means that the dad is the one who didn't commit the crime, and the son is the one who is out here killing people. Whoa!
That would be crazy.
Or he just got a lot of bitches.
do you think that that's accurate? Or
hell no, nigga. I got my theories.
Okay.
Hell no. That. That's a crazy theory. What is your theory? You go first.
You know what? I think that
who done it?
I do think that would be very lined up with what this show kind of does, is taking this innocent guy who they even made several points to say that, everything in your upbringing would suggest that you would turn out to be a little asshole, but you seem to be a pretty sweet guy who tries really hard. And I think that this show kind of does that to people, where they just twist it and make you realize that, oh no, this guy is the villain. So I think that would be interesting. I'm kind of on that same route.
I'm going with hold on. So I love the graphic there. Who done it? I'm gonna have to do a drop for that. Who done it? Do one of those.
Was it a song?
By the way, if you're watching, check out that little banner down there. Let us know in the chat. Who do you think did it?
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Who done it?
That's a good one. That's good.
No, we're not playing that music over the who done it. I want to do I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna go, who done it? I think that's definitely what's gonna happen. So what do I think is gonna happen? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, what do you think?
See, I think y'all ain't even ready. Because I believe that the lady who owns the ice rink, the skating rink, I think she is the mastermind of what's going on around the city, handling like moving them like chess pieces. And I think that Hank, old dude's dad, I think he definitely did some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't report that Annie's homegirl had came and called and said, yo, we was fucking them niggas up at the science lodge,
Right.
and we was touching pee-pees and making booty slaps. So I just think you need to call him.
You know what?
Where is Osiris, by the way? Osiris been missing. I hope he's okay. Shout out to Osiris, because Osiris he be here with the booty cheek joke, and you know what I'm saying. I do most of the booty cheek jokes for him. So where is Osiris? Everybody put it in the comments. Osiris, we miss you.
So, but better question than who done it? How they killed these guys?
Whoa! That's crazy. Nine, do you let us know if you want to do a who done it? If you come up with something later, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and continue, Jeff.
How done it? How'd they kill these guys with fear?
Ooh.
That's one of the most interesting things about this. And that's one of the reasons why I love we're only in episode 3, because it feels like we've gotten so much story and so much setup. Like if this is a Disney Plus show, it would be episode 6. And like,
It'd be episode 6 of a 5-episode show.
That we would be expecting to get a season 2 that didn't get renewed and got canceled.
Right.
And also remember
R.I.P. Moonlight.
Also remember the fear killing. We have a callback to the opening of the show, because the what's his fuck the vet. He's like, I've seen caribou get scared and they die of it. Blah blah blah. That first episode, they all get terrified and run off that fucking cliff.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. And in the trailers for episode 4, the caribou are pictured in a scene where they have glassed over eyes, just like the guys who were victims of being frozen in the ice, and just like Dead Travis, who, as Jeff pointed out, off pod is titled his character's name is Dead Travis on IMDb.
Yeah. Even though we know his first and last name, just Dead Travis.
And we know that he was dead. We all like
very aware.
They're just like, hey, don't make up no theories on Reddit, you goofy motherfuckers. Travis is dead. He's
feel
not
like
coming back to do anything. He's dead.
I guess is that a spoiler? Does that mean that we're gonna get an alive Travis like in episode 8?
Well, okay, but they're gonna use a different actor?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have to be a different actor, because like, again, what we were saying, like as far as age goes, it doesn't make sense for someone who's this age to be Russ Cole's dad.
No, this is bullshit.
He's pointing at his son.
This is bullshit.
That's my son right there.
This is Rust. If we see Rust and this is his dad, I'll slap the shit out of somebody. I'm gonna walk down the street and slap the fuck out of somebody, because that don't make no sense.
Well, if it's a ghost, she could be seeing him in like the prime of his life too. It doesn't need to necessarily be when he died.
I have a theory about all the ghost stuff. Let's just get it out of the way. Nine kind of hinted to it earlier. See, Nine don't like what I'm saying. He covering up my face, but I'm trying to tell you what happened to. Let's get it in. Okay. He hinted it in early. The nigga ain't got no arms. Niggas ain't got no arms. Nigga ain't got no legs. Nigga.
Yeah,
look, we was hearing it for the last 2 episodes. Or the last episode, we heard 2 times, and the third time this episode, that this nigga's literally been losing limbs left and right. You like that?
Like his left and right,
losing limbs
left and
right.
It's pretty good.
But seriously though, that just happened on accident. But like he was losing limbs
Some
left
good
and
soft
right.
alliteration there.
Yeah, it's soft.
Losing limbs.
Man, I'm a fan of Mark Twain. But but he just going through it. This nigga done lost it. They snapped his left arm off on accident while digging him out of the ice. Right? Boom. Okay. Understandable accident, right?
Yeah.
Understandable accident. But then you lose your other arm. Like they said, hey, he might lose his other arm. Then she calls, hey man, I need to talk to this motherfucker. Subscribe to them. Now see, I like that. It was kind of creepy him pointing at us earlier. But I do like it now. That's great. That's a great meme. You know
That one's got to get tweeted out.
Somebody better screenshot it if you were smart. Go ahead and get your viral on. You know what I'm saying? Because Nine does the great what do you call them? Thumbnails.
He does indeed.
And for all meme kind, just subscribe right now.
Lil Frothy said in the chat, I find it hard to believe that they needed a vet to explain. Get off there. So that they needed a vet to explain that those dudes didn't die from freezing. Aren't they homicide detectives?
Well, yes, they are homicide detectives. I'm so glad she brought that up because they are homicide detectives. But the problem is, don't know homicides take place in motherfucking place where nobody lives. Like,
right.
You have, like, if I know your grandmama's grandmama, I don't know how that works mathematically. But if, you know what I'm saying, if I know your family and I went to high school with you and I went to elementary school with you and we have a graduating class of 42 people.
Right.
I can't kill you. I can't bash your head in. I can't fucking leave you out in the middle of nowhere unless
I could do it.
I was gonna say unless you're white. No, that wasn't what I was gonna say, but that works. No, I'm just saying unless you're in a situation where you're gonna be pitted against each other, which the mind being developed in this neighborhood, in this town, created a division amongst the people, which is why I want to talk about the water and the hallucinations.
Yeah.
I believe that the hallucinations. Well, you just mentioned it, so that's why I want to.
You go ahead.
Well,
no, you mentioned how. Oh man, you mentioned how somebody saw something. Oh yeah. Somebody mentioned how old girl saw Travis. I think it was you. And then
I think it was just all of us.
No, it was either you.
We've been talking about Travis.
We were talking about Travis.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it was either you or Alex specifically mentioned like Travis being like, how did she see him?
Right.
And my thinking is it's the water. Like we see in this episode that. There is a big issue with the water. It's creating stillborns, allegedly. I don't want to take. I don't look. Hey, I don't want to put implicate
definitely right there. By the way,
what inaccurate? Alaska is one of the most violent places in the USA.
Yeah, but what I'll say about it. Though, hold on. Back to her earlier question.
One of the most violent places in the USA speaks to exactly what I'm talking about. It's per capita. So there's 14 fucking people in the fucking town that we're talking about. Yeah, they're going to have a murder rate and like literally this situation right here increases the murder rate by like 300, 400%. Yeah, that's a mathematical inequivalency. It's conflating things at this.
Well, but the other part of it is they've also never seen someone die this way, and they do have to follow the facts. So the facts that the guys were all out there naked and literally frozen into the ice, that's why their first thoughts were, all right, they died from freezing. I also don't think you get mass freezes, you know, like, you'll have drunk guy pass
that doesn't
out
happen.
there.
Right.
It's
very rare that anybody just dies at the same time unless there's like an explosion or
also
poison.
And also they're homicide detectives, so like people dying of fear or freezing to death aren't usually the cases that they probably handle. They
No,
usually
they deal
handle
with
people who actually violently hurt
yeah,
people.
they deal with
And they're
gunshots
just
and
sort of
bricks.
following up. They're just they're just following up on this murder. I mean, this death or this case because the nature of like the disappearance of these scientists. But that is interesting. Is like, you know, like, have you guys not seen anything like this before?
But also to
Well, this
Frothy's
actually
point,
ropes into Bill's
I'm just
point.
saying to Little Frothy's point, we've already established that there are a lot of violence that takes place in rural areas. But in this area, we've also established that the majority of people are the indigenous people.
Yeah.
So not to say that indigenous crime doesn't happen a lot, because they take advantage of the fact that you know, people won't accuse them of doing it, right? But I just want to point out that in this, just because it ties into this season about how indigenous women are attacked and targeted in Canada and Alaska more than anywhere else in the Americas.
Right.
And you want to know who's the one doing it? Yo.
Well, that's what I was
Specifically
speaking.
Jeff.
No, that's what I was speaking. That's where I was speaking to, is that, you know, a lot of people who are native, who are in proximity. We murders take place in proximity of people who, you know, and a lot of people probably
88%. Yeah.
I'm saying, like, it's just speaking to this particular story that was taking place in this show. A lot of people take advantage of that. Right, that knowledge, that so it might be an indigenous person taking advantage of the fact that people don't assume that it's them. They're going to assume that it's a white person, right?
Yeah.
That I'm just saying, speaking to our detective mindset,
yes.
The coroner has to fly into a fucking place that is filled with ice.
They mentioned that the coroner's flight actually got hit by a blizzard, and that's why they were stuck.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it got hit by ice.
Frothy, what I'm saying is, with the indigenous deaths, it's traditionally honkies.
Just so you know, Frothy would not usually be commenting, but she did watch this last episode. So she is like hype in the comments because she's been chomping at the bit to comment. So if you're watching still right now, chomp at the bit with her, man. Let's go. Let's get these comments going.
Right? So this is jumping basically to the end of the episode, but with it, in addition to the fear and possibly going back to Bill's point of the creepy gray, gross ass water, the episode ends with homeboy Dr. Gangrene, Dr. Frostbite.
I like it. I like it.
Like seeing Navarro's mom on the other side. Evidently.
No, hold on. We got to talk about that. That nigga rose up like the Exorcist.
Exactly.
That was so crazy.
But don't miss what happened right after that. All the hunters are coming back actively fighting, like they're terrified.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to bring up that Nine was alluding to earlier, but then the whole we got down the rabbit hole of
little sidetrack.
Indigenous people being attacked, which is important to talk about. But yes, we got sidetracked.
Yeah, I missed
this was the elephant in the room. We got to talk about this first.
I was very
awesome.
This is definitely like the show has been teetering, like walking a tight line between supernatural and like practical. And
Supernatural was on for 26 years though. Is it even canceled? I don't think it's canceled.
Yeah, it's
and
going on.
You know who was on? You know who was on Supernatural? 4 different episodes. Sterling
K. Brown. That's the first thing I ever saw him in, and I hated him in that.
Loved him in that. He was
Sterling K. Brown. You did not. That's not the first thing you saw. He was in Romeo Must Die. That's the first thing you saw.
Romeo Must Die.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the first thing you saw him in.
Anyway.
He played. Anyway, he played the Jamaican dude. You know, acting wise, he's Jamaican.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I remember.
Bald dude.
He played Mercutio
like this. Yeah, he played Mercutio as well.
Mm-hmm.
you've seen him in other things, but that might be the most memorable.
That was the first one you remember.
Right. Okay.
All right. But so we got Dr. Frostbite and Fighting Hunters.
Dr. Frostbite. First of all, I think I am going to be Dr. Frostbite for Halloween. I'm going to do white.
Dr. Frostbite is my favorite Batman.
I'm going to do white face, and my hospital gown is going to say. My hospital gown is going to say, Robert Downey Jr. did it. Don't get mad at me. That's what my hospital gown is going to say.
And he got nominated. Best Supporting Actor.
Give me an Oscar is maybe what it might say on the back on my booty cheeks.
Honestly, if you guys remember, if Heath Ledger wasn't nominated that year, Robert Downey Jr. probably would have walked away with that Oscar that year. Not even fucking lying.
No. Yeah, if Heath Ledger hadn't have died, let's just say if he'd have lived, Robert Downey Jr. would have won. Let's just keep it 100%.
That might be the weirdest Oscar.
You guys are 100% right.
Joker.
Why are we going back to the Oscars?
Heath Ledger.
People just stop watching.
Mean Ledger killing himself stole the Oscar from
he did not
RDJ.
kill himself. He fell a victim of drugs.
I mean, technically he did kill himself, but he did not commit suicide.
We do not know that, and we will not.
Yeah.
Until we
get
a drop.
No,
listen.
I think that he committed suicide so we could win it. You know.
That's that might be right. Then he said, "You know what? I'm gonna have to kill myself with this last one, so that then I can get this Oscar."
So he had to.
You
know what
I'm saying?
Yeah,
he had to.
He committed suicide, so he could. We're definitely gonna lose subscribers after this episode.
No, we get all the subscribers.
I agree with Frothy. So I agree with that one. That with Frothy, I would have been out of that goddamn room,
Jeff,
screaming like a bitch.
Jeff,
Officer was so tough not to run screaming from that hospital room.
Seriously, first of all, she's a professional boxer, so she probably was like, I'll just knock this nigga in the face if he jump up off this.
I like how you're just saying that's part of her character too.
Yes, it is. It's a part of her character too, because look at her strong face. Her strong face says, I will knock you the fuck out. But
she is very practical. She's like, well, this guy only has one working limb. I feel like I could take him. But also, this is creepy as fuck. Like, this guy knows your name.
Got ghosts.
Yes, but you got to remember her culture. They believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
They believe in spirits. They believe that people will come and talk to you through
and he's
vessels.
Got them.
So I'm just saying to that point, she may not feel like it's that weird. It's like if I saw a kaiju, I'd be like, I am familiar with this.
I'd be like, yo, where is
not that this is normal, but this is bad.
Yeah, one of the things I love about Reservation Dogs is that they always play into or they always include the spirituality of Native American culture and just weave that into the narrative. And this does that also in a way to just make you think what is real, what is practical, what can be explained by just natural means. And it keeps you guessing. I love this. Just again, this is only the third episode, so we got a lot of time to just explain why this is happening.
Nine said, I love the quote, I don't talk to God, I listen. That's not quite how it went, but yes, that's good.
Yeah, it was a really good and one of my favorite scenes of the episode where they're that scene was the most reminiscent of your Cole and Hart scenes where they're just talking about philosophy and religion and life and
riding around riding in the cars with boys.
Yeah, two dope boys in a Cadillac. Riding in cars with boys.
Riding spinners. They riding spinners.
Yeah, and Jody's just fuck.
Yeah.
Hey,
I get this nut. That's how
let me tell you something, Alex. This sheriff fucks.
This sheriff fucks for sure.
Or is she a chief? Oh, whatever.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Chief, sheriff, commissioner.
No, it matters.
I'll tell you what she is. A fucker.
she is a fucker.
She's a fucker.
for sure.
So, do you guys think those hunters at the end when they were fighting? Do you think that was they were scared? Do you think that's the fear, whatever the fear is?
I don't know. I was
Or
curious
do
of
you
what
think
they
something
were.
else happened?
I was curious why they were fighting at the time. I thought it was just like rednecks doing redneck shit. But like,
I feel like we just kind of missed that. That was building as Liz was telling, or Liz and Navarro were trying to, or Danvers. Let me say Danvers and Danvers and
Veers?
Navarro. Yeah,
Captain. Let's call her Beers for now.
Captain Danvers. God damn it. No, actually, she's Chief.
Jodie
Danvers.
Foster would have been a good Captain Marvel in 1997.
35 years ago. Yeah. 35 years ago. What the fuck did you say that for? To just make me forget everything that I'm saying?
So they're kind of loading. They were building to this. The hunters part. You're saying?
Yeah, they were building to this by her constantly complaining about not being able to get in touch with Hank, constantly mentioning that this is illegal. You can't just deputize people because we're not a sheriff's department.
This is
in the Old West.
And also
Tombstone walking down the street.
Also blatantly telling a state police officer that you plan on killing the motherfucker that you find, or anybody that we find.
Chill the fuck out.
I mean, we'll just kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
that seems like a good call.
It's like an old school version of like bounty hunting. They used to steal the dudes. They kill you and then take your boots.
Right.
What was he planning on doing? That's how I felt.
My boot.
That's how I felt like he was going to do.
Second Woody from Toy Story reference tonight.
Man, Alex, you're disrespectful.
So here's my take. Here's why I think it's
we get as many Woody drops as we can get.
It's like someone's poisoned the water.
That's the one we actually that works for. Oh, that was the other one. Right?
Yep. So here's why I think it's the fear, because all these hunters were brought to the hospital, not to the police station. If they were just arresting them for going out there and doing this shit, they wouldn't have brought them straight to the hospital.
Well, that's a good one. I think it's just because they want to get to, like, vigilante wise, they want to get to the paraplegic creepy dude to ask him questions just like the sheriffs do. Right? They went insurrectionist, right? They went January 6th.
That's what you're thinking?
That's how I feel.
Oh, so they're like trying to get in there to get answers.
Was Hank there though? I don't remember seeing Hank in that group.
Well, you know what? That speaks to the trailer that I saw. Is Hank? There's a trailer where somebody is carrying someone else, what seems to be a dead body, and dropping them into the ice. There's no way for us to know who it is.
It's a seal.
It's a baby seal. It's actually SeaWorld. That's just a seal.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of the last 4 episodes. It's the documentary Blackfish.
But yeah,
so you feel like somebody's gonna? Do you think that's a flashback of like from Annie, or is this gonna be something that happens in present day where like some?
I'm glad you asked me that, because I do believe it's gonna be a flashback, and I think it's gonna be Liz dumping the body that Navarro.
I mean, Veers.
But okay, my captain.
You can't. This is why you should be watching on YouTube.
I
you can't see the disappointment in my face.
I do like that theory. So you're like saying that this is going to be from the Wheeler
Navarro
case.
Killed the dude in the past. The Weaver case?
Yeah, the Wheeler case. Yeah.
Wheeler case. She shot the dude, and then what's her name?
Navarro.
Danvers.
Veers.
Veers. I believe that she then disposes of the body, because the trailer shows the person dragging the body kind of low to the ground. Like
it's a heavy buddy.
There's a problem
so it's
with
heavy. Yeah, heavier than them at least.
There's a problem with that theory.
Go ahead, Jeff. Yeah.
Veers wouldn't be telling Peter the story if they had hid it in the body. The body must have been found and like policed up, because otherwise, why is she telling him the story at all? As well as why is she telling him the lie?
That's a good point. That is a good point. And let's actually let's talk a little bit about the
Doug episode. What was that? Quail Man is coming out of nowhere.
Oh man, I literally completely forgot about what I was about to bring up.
You said you wanted to talk a little bit about
the mere mention of Quail Man quivers the man who is committing crimes. Evil deeds.
But let's just talk about the last scene of this this episode. Peter manages to crack Annie's phone, and we see this very creepy video where she says she's found it. This is a clip. This is actually a clip, screenshot from the beginning of the episode where they're watching a TikTok video. But at the end of the episode, they see a video of Annie. She gets, I guess, ambushed in what looks like an ice cave, and she says that she's found it. But we don't really figure out what that is before she is grabbed by something and starts screaming. What do you guys think this is? Do you think this is a person, a monster?
Kaiju.
And where do you think that she is?
Kaiju.
It's Kaiju. This is a monsters a monarch crossover.
No, monarch. You just said that so you can hear me say the monarch.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that it's a kaiju. I believe that it's not racially for any reasons. I just believe it's a white man. Just because I can't remember the dude's name. Clark.
And for
Clark.
Another reason that we actually haven't brought up this whole year,
What?
but something that is very common.
Yeah.
Whitey will take it. Whitey will take it.
He'll take it.
Whitey will take it, and he'll be on his way. Whitey.
Okay, so
He'll take it.
This is,
he'll take it.
if you don't mind, this is my show now.
Okay.
All right.
His way.
Welcome back to the White Banthas.
Jeff is the host now.
Look at me. I am the host now. Oh man, that was an interesting thing to come back to.
Hold on, filmmaker.
Yeah, those.
You
We didn't plan it that way.
break this down for me. What do you mean? I think it's the bear that got out.
The one we saw in the
the
first
polar bear?
episode.
The one-eyed
I'm
polar
still
bear?
convinced that's Navarro's spirit animal.
Navarro's spirit animal. Okay, but Jody saw it too.
No,
Danvers.
she didn't.
Well, she's
Yeah.
on the
Jody,
stuffed polar bear with the
Danvers did see it when she stopped in the road right before that drunk driver crazy lady crashed her car in the middle of the road.
I'm gonna have to rewatch. I don't remember that.
In episode 2?
That was episode 1.
Episode 1?
This,
Oh, it was episode
this
1.
show is moving like shit through a goose. It is.
Woo! You know why
moving
it's
quite
shit through a
fast.
goose? A goose.
Oh.
means shit quick.
All right. Do you guys want to guess what this was rated on IMDb? This episode?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
get that
just
in
from,
right now.
Just from your statement, I'm gonna
Hold on. Everybody, make sure you put your vote in the chat.
Put in the comments.
What was this voted on IMDb? It's out of 10. It's five. It's out of 10, right?
It's out of 10. Would you guys like to know what 1 and 2 are rated?
Yes.
Yeah. Remind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, remind us.
Part 1, 7.5. Part 2, 7.4. And this is part 3.
Okay. From your from your surprise, I'm gonna say that it landed around the 6.4, 6.2.
I am
area.
going to, before I mention mine, I'm just going to point out that Film Age be hating a lie, and he said a 9.5.
Ooh,
I
huge rating.
Little Frothy says
Give it a 7.
a
Okay.
7. You know what? Those are some really high ones. I feel like. I'm going to go with an 8. 7.5, Bob. I'm going to go with 8.
I'm in the same room. I'll give it an 8 as well.
All right. It was rated when I checked earlier today. It was a 6.9. But what really threw me was some of the like featured reviews 5, 6, 1.
Damn.
Someone gave it a 1. And by the way, it's giving this Borefest 1 star to help offset the foolishly high counts. Who wrote this drivel? Who directed this slog?
It looks like a lot of people are hating on it just to hate on it because so many people started liking on it.
Right. Yeah.
That's
what
it looks now like. Up to a 7. I'll tell you what. I again think this is the best episode of this. I think this is the best one of the 3.
How many
votes
I agree on that, by the way?
1,000. Like 1,012.
So that's not a lot either. So we're getting a small sample size, and I think that might speak to how many people are actually watching this show.
Sorry, 1,501.
That's a very small amount. Is that not small? I can't remember. We haven't done 9. Is that small? Because we haven't checked it.
Yeah. I'm jumping in right now just because it is ridiculous for having 10% as a 1. That is
right.
That's absurd. That is just absolutely absurd. Even these like lower 4s, 3s, 2, 1s. I don't know why this show would be getting that type of hate. It doesn't seem like it's woke or controversial, like, no. But this is categorized as a review bomb right here, as 10%, nearly 10% ones. That is a review bomb.
I mean, the one guy that I was reading admitted that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
The voters are indigenous, but like the voters are the ones that who done it. Holy shit, what the fuck? That is so crazy.
Yeah, no, I am gonna say that I think a lot of this has to do with there's not a high viewership of this. I mean, not that they've shown what the viewership is so far. I just think that might be what a contributing factor in this poor rating here, because I feel like those who like, if we got a majority of a vote, like, I mean, not a majority, but if we got a larger portion of a vote sample size, I think we'd get a different result.
Yeah, and it seems like things are a bit slipping here. Excuse me. Because there's 8.3 thousand on the first part, 4.2 on the second, 1.5 on part 3. And if I remember correctly, when I was checking the scores last week, it was around like 3.5 when we were around the same time last week.
Dude. Yeah, I think it was a lot of people 4.5 or something like that. People have not been receiving it as well as we have.
So I'll say this: a quick little review here, just featured reviews. A couple of 5s, 6, and even another 1-star review were saying their big issue with it is actually what I think is making this one of my favorite seasons of True Detective, the supernatural aspect. I like that fact, especially considering it's True Detective, so they're going to come out with a non-supernatural reason why this is happening, and I can't even come close to thinking what it is yet, and I love that.
Yeah, and I think, well, first of all, those people don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
And I think that you're right. I think that, first of all, again, about Jeff just educated y'all right now, because the fact of the matter is they're giving you all kinds of
go outside.
Exactly.
I ain't got time to be distracted by your reckless chime-ins. Go on.
I feel like, this reckless chime-ins, man. Like, you don't know what you're talking about, dog. Like, hold on, right then I sounded like Judy Gemstone. You don't know what you're talking about, dog. Say my baby. Look, let me just tell y'all something.
I would love to have
This show,
Edie Patterson on the show.
Oh my god, we could do that. I think. This
by the
show,
way, Frothy's bottom question there. Yes, this is also the first season where the detectives are women.
yes, this is
Okay,
the first.
so
Girls
that's-
get it done.
Yeah, Alex is one of the review haters.
Yeah,
I've been review bombing the shit out of this.
secretly. He's actually been just stuffing the ballot box.
And Mom, if you listen to this, I mean that shit. No, I'm just
damn.
Yeah, but
This is gonna be the one
this is
episode that she
ridiculous.
watches.
Right.
Like, oh god. She don't watch none of this shit. She don't watch this one.
Oh man.
And I don't know what unweighted means.
I don't know what I was
but,
saying. Like I was literally
6.5
saying
unweighted is kind
6.5
of ridiculous.
unweighted
also.
is still.
Yeah.
I think
would actually
I don't know
cut out
exactly how they
all
figured
of
it.
these. I would say cut out, 4 to.
I'd say 3
1
and
because
down.
They're on some bullshit. They're on
I
some
didn't let
would
him keep
just
the
like,
fours.
I just want to say like
yeah, even keep the
Jeff.
4s and
Jeff was really like dead on with what he was saying, like to the point of people were expecting no supernatural stuff. And even after the first episode, they were thinking, man, this is way too supernatural, but they'll explain it away. And then they didn't. And then they kind of was like, wow, okay, we'll stick in there. And I think what Nine pointed to earlier about how the numbers precipitously dropped. I think
A crazy amount of ones there too.
I think that's what really contributed to this low rating on this episode. But I think this show is going to be one of those, to Jeff's point, again, that when we get to the end, it's going to relate into practical. Because Jodie Foster's character keeps mentioning that this is not going to be anything that you can't explain away with science and logic.
Yeah.
But I think they will probably leave it a little bit open and ambiguous because of the relation to the Yellow King in the first episode, first season, and because this cult of sexual child predators definitely has some kind of connection to what's going on here.
They called it
And
something
they
in season 3. They had a name for the cult. I don't remember it though.
I can't remember the name of the cult, but they definitely have the name of the company that they mentioned.
Cult of the
Cult of the
Crooked
Yellow-
Spiral.
Crooked Spiral. I thought it was like Yellow King or something.
Well, the
Yeah,
Yellow
the Yellow
King
King
is
was
who
the
they
guy-
who they
was-
pray to, or who
There was
they
something called like the start with the C or some shit like that. That
Film Age. I know
But
you
anyway.
know. I know you know Film Age. Put it in the comments.
But yeah,
I mean,
I
they-
agree with Film Age here that yeah, I think if they just leave it ambiguous enough, where it's like, okay, was it or what's going on? I think
Right.
if you leave into the reasonable doubt aspect, then that would really help the season.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. There's going to be a situation
the
where
Crooked
Cult
Yeah,
of the
Cult of the
Crooked Spiral. Yeah, that's also a band name. But no,
Right.
I'm saying that's what I was saying too. Is like we'll have something that explains away the supernatural, but leaves it ambiguous, leaves it open for you to speculate.
I would love that.
Is there? Yeah, I would
Honestly,
love that too. I don't think
yeah.
that's bad. It's kind of like the Sopranos ending, right? Like,
yeah. If they manage to like make make it like a Scooby-Doo episode where like at the very end of the the penultimate episode or the last episode you realize the practical elements of it and why all the supernatural elements seem so spooky and they wrap it up in a nice fine way, that'd be great. But if they manage to walk the line and keep it like so ambiguous and like between supernatural and practical, this will be a fucking masterpiece and an instant drunkies nominee for 2025, right? Like that's it's a lock for 2025 for best series.
we're gonna give it best sex
I'll
scene.
open them back up for 2024.
We're gonna give it best geriatric sex scene in 2024.
It's gonna be a new category.
Best sex scene that can qualify for Social Security goes to.
But Actually, there's a couple of sex scenes in this. Like both of the lead actresses get sex scenes. That's crazy.
Both
Is it a first in
both,
HBO
both over
history?
the age of 60. It is the first on HBO.
Well, no, what's her name's not over 60.
Jodie Foster?
Navarro.
But we kind of got
She just mounted that guy.
we got a not sex scene with the old lady who had sex with Travis.
Oh yeah. We got a post-coital scene.
Yeah, we got
between
a
Travis
we got a post nut scene.
Yeah, and Andor's mama. Yeah. But like final thoughts on this episode before we get out of here. Jeff has disappeared into the upside down. But Bill, what are your last thoughts on this episode?
Well, hold on. I just want to go to the comments a little bit
All right, go
because
into the
Frothy
comments.
says she hopes that they lean into the supernatural, and she said, "Is it crazy?
Is it crazy? Is that crazy?
Is that crazy?
I don't think that's crazy. It would be
Did
great.
this dude just did this?
One of again, I keep talking about Res Dogs, even though we haven't covered Res Dogs on this show. It is a Drunkies nominee, though.
Even though no one knows what it is.
No,
I'm joking.
but one of the great things about Reservation Dogs is it does walk that line of just like
Walk hard.
supernatural and just like normal, kind of in that same way of Atlanta, but it has this cultural embodiment of just like, you know, native. Can I finish?
Go ahead and finish.
All right, but whatever.
I didn't say what I said to cut you off. I was saying it's just another Atlanta comparison.
Shocker.
Everything is Atlanta. Is everything Atlanta? God damn it! What about Birmingham?
That's our new T-shirt.
Alabama?
Everything is Atlanta.
What about Portland? What about Detroit?
Portland's cool. Jeff, what are you got?
No Chicago. I'm tired of Chicago shows. Chicago
Correct.
Fire, Chicago Police. Chicago
Yes.
Hope. Chicago PD.
Yeah, Chicago Bears.
Chicago
The Bear.
drunk dude walking 3 miles.
The Bear. The Bear. The Shy.
Southside.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's been over for a while, but shameless.
Shameless? You're gonna have a show called Michigan Lake because they're gonna run out of fucking neighborhoods.
Not Lake Michigan, mind you. Michigan Lake.
Oh yeah, excuse me. Lake Michigan. I've been drinking.
Jeff, do you got any final thoughts on this episode?
Again, it's my favorite one. I don't know if I mentioned this while we were on pod, but or if it was backstage, but just this was the type of episode that when it ended, I was angry because I wanted so much more. I was roped in. It did such a good job. My final thought is I feel the exact opposite of what all those friggin' reviews on IMDb are saying.
Yeah, you know, to his point, I want to just say the same thing. No reason to say a lot of the same things he said. It was a great fucking show. I'm very surprised by the outcome on IMDb, but that's why we should just go on there and vote. You know, that's why you should go vote.
Yeah, positively review bomb stuff.
Yeah,
Why
positive.
does anybody do that?
Yeah, that never happens. That never happens. Yeah,
It's almost like the world's a terrible place full of horrible garbage people.
Not at the Drunk Banthas,
Almost
especially not the Drunk Banthas members only. They are the most awesome people on the planet. Only first to 1 second, and that's the people who watch this podcast today and every Monday.
The ghost voice of I'm not sure if the ghost voice of 9 wants to have any final thoughts on this episode before we get out of here.
No, I agree with. I think it's the best episode of the season, and I can't wait for what's going to come up next because now it's just going to be ramping up into crazy shit.
Yeah. Like this again. I feel like this was an episode 6 of a lesser show where things really get ramped up, but we got so much more show left here, and I can't wait to see where the series is going to go.
Is it only Morgan, 7 episodes?
I think it's 10 episodes.
8. No, 8.
Oh, it's 8 episodes. Oh, okay.
At least all the other seasons have been 8.
Morgan said.
5.
Sorry, Morgan said in the chat. So if we are both, we are Banthas gods.
Bantha gods. So if
I
you
think
are a
that would
member
make you
and you
more-
are
Oh
a,
yeah. Oh, okay. I see.
if
Yeah.
you're a member
Okay.
and you are
If
watching
you're a
the show,
subscriber,
chatting.
you are a subscriber. If you join
I think
the membership, you are a Bantha. And if you have one of these hoodies on, you a Bantha.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And if you're just watching and you're not subscribed or a member,
We call you normies. We
Yeah.
call you
which that's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine.
normies run the world. It's okay.
I like to think of them as Bantha acolytes or Banthalites, if you will.
Banthalites.
Yeah, I like that. Banthalites, if you just subscribed and you are a drunk Bantha, if you pay for that. Because look, that is an
Boom.
honor. I appreciate you. Alex appreciates you.
Honestly, yeah,
Jeff
we really appreciate
you.
you. I can't
appreciate
afford a membership to our channel, honestly.
So
I appreciate that.
he can't watch if he
You're
I haven't
mesmerized
even
by
seen none
the
of our
boobs.
membership.
he cannot watch if
content
he's
just 'cause I
not
can't
here.
afford it.
That is a fact. My girlfriend can't even watch the members.
But before we get out of here, Jeff, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Damn it.
Oh, well, thank you. You can always try and Skype me, Don Cheadle's Driveway at littledickie2.com. It's because of the
That's 'cause
hackers.
of the hackers.
Mhm. You can try and find Jeff Madel on Facebook, at MadelJeff on Instagram. If you're in Austin, it's finally warm out again, so hopefully you can see me out and about around town. If you're here this Friday, there's a 90s cover band playing at the Courtyard. I'll see you there.
Oh, shit.
And then always, I'm always about the 90s music. I'm a nerd. And then you can always find me on Monday nights on the Drunk Banthas Nerds at Night channels, talking about some nerdy shit that I'm really excited about.
Good.
Yes,
You might be
sir.
able to find them on the members only every once in a while.
It'll be more
just a
sporadic, but
shout
I
out
do
to
love documentaries.
Yeah, right. Like who? I'm sorry, I was going to say who doesn't, but a lot of people. Shout out to Morgan. We're gonna be getting it in on Tuesday, and shout out to Morgan because he sent us a fucking. Hold on. Well,
Oh yeah.
first of all, this is gonna be big news for Jeff and for Nine.
Oh, damn.
Morgan completed the GoFundMe and got us an Xbox. And
What?
Morgan, I could kiss you all over the mouth right now. I
So
really
you
appreciate
guys, so you guys can play video games like a normal adult?
it.
we can play things with you online other than
Yeah, I play plenty of Super Mario, my friend.
yeah, we can play games with you other than Super Mario,
Star Fox.
Star Fox, Donkey Kong,
I'll tell you
Punch
what.
Out.
We'll have to get a good group one going. I think we can do Shredder's Revenge crossplay.
Oh shit.
Cross-platform.
Look, check it out. So that's what I was gonna say. We paid for the what is it, the Game Pass.
Game Pass.
So anybody who's on there, any nerds who are watching who
Oh
play
shit! You
video
guys
games,
can play Pal World with Terry.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
that's oh joy.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, Morgan said then I'm watching, subscribed, a member, and wearing the hoodie and t-shirt combo. And he says, please no mouth love. Also, y'all
Yes,
need to share you're getting it whether you like it or not, buddy. Also, you need to share your Xbox name so I can add you. LOL.
Yeah, our
for sure,
Xbox name is the Drunk Banthas, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And if
It's
you have an
under
Xbox,
settings. You can look at your profile.
you get an Xbox, you get all the mouth love that you cannot debate that. That's what's happening.
If
Next
you
time I
want
see you.
if you want to play games, okay, relax. If you want to play games with us,
You're
that
getting
aren't-
Pepe
that
Le
don't
Pew,
have
man.
anything to do with mouth, then you can hit
Aw.
us up on Xbox, whatever the stuff is, and we got you. We
Yeah.
might put it in the description, maybe. Or you come back next week and I'll definitely tell you. Or
Yeah.
you just join the members only and I'll tell you then. It's 99 cents.
Oh!
99 Look, you can also do this with members only. Just Pay the 99 cents. Watch one episode. And then
I'm
get off.
telling you, every time
Just
you
get
say
off.
members
Just
only,
get off
I'm
of
just
there.
sitting there thinking you're talking about OnlyFans.
That's why I say it. That's why I say it. It's the members only. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should start saying it like that. Welcome to the members only.
Moving to the members only.
We're gonna get you. Nine, do you want to tell people where to find you?
Yeah, you can find me at 9 Nerd Yards, of course. Thank you guys for having me. I've been fucking sick. I hope you like the behind the scenes stuff. And I also like to say, we had 498 subscribers at the beginning of the screen, and we just got to 500. So
Oh, shit.
y'all are
Yeah.
the fucking best right now. Last week I was asking you guys to get us to 400, and this week we're at 500. So
Fuck yeah.
let's get
Let's
it.
go. Shout
That
out to
is
Nerds
incredible.
at Night. Nerds at Night is again the sponsor of this episode.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Drunk Banthas
And the
podcast.
letter
We do this-
H.
and the letter H. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Letterboxd, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little frozen corpses, and may the force be with you.
Peace.